Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And I hope you're ready for a little bit of salt, because I'm expecting Phil to be bitchy as usual. It's a really lazy day for me. I didn't sleep too well last night, so I actually slept most of the day today. But I'm up and ready to go, so let's watch the pig. Let's watch the guy. Hey, what up, Batman? What's up, Toxic? How are you guys doing? You guys ready for the salt? Good, man. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day. Yeah. Me, I went to go see him yesterday, so got supper and gave him a gift and that kind of thing. Pretty usual. What about you? Father Toxic. How is the old man? Oh, nice. That's cool. I got my dad the same vaping device that I got, the Fume. This thing. I got one for my dad too. Yeah. He likes it. He's been like a lifelong smoker, and he's 73 this year. So him, it's like, it's not as easy. I've been managing to do better and better, but it's definitely a will thing, because it doesn't give you any of that nicotine, so the habit is all here, but you're still gonna crave, so it's a good in-between. I'm hoping he sticks to it, but he's quit and picked up smoking again, like, more times than I can count. exactly. I mean, on the upside, mid-70s or almost mid-70s, and he doesn't have any, like, lung issues, so at least there's that, but... Yeah. Smoking, man, is fucking hard. Sugar and cigarettes, probably the two hardest things that, like, people will get addicted to. It's, super hard to quit. They never do. You're 100% correct. That's why I switched to vaping, because I was a smoker too, and I was like, it's much easier to go to vaping and then quit, but you just get hooked on vaping instead, so. He is doing a React today. So, I'm gonna be doing the, podcast for sure, the Snortcast, but I'm not sure I'll be sticking around for that fucking React, man. Oh my god. It's probably his worst content. That and Fallout. Oh. I can't even put into words how much I fucking hate it. I would rather sleep. I'd rather get punched right in the face. Like 2 quick jabs to the mouth or listen to Phil for 2 hours, I'd take the jabs to the mouth. Yeah. I don't know anybody who takes YouTube seriously like Phil that produces such shit content. Like, are there worse YouTubers? Sure, but they don't really make any effort, right? They don't care that much. But Phil does this day in, day out, 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, roughly. And it fucking sucks, man. This is like year 1 shit. Makes no sense the way his setup is just so insanely shitty.
Do you think he suspects that you've been hating the necromancer? I'm sure he suspects quite a bit. It is his nature to assume the worst. Now steel yourself. The hour of my rebirth draws near.
Yeah.
Frostmourne hungers.
Wait, no, never mind. Thought I had already done this mission, but...
This is more like it. Where shall my blood be spilled? My fate is sealed.
Did you forget about us, you wretches?
Cigarette.
She is persistent. Reminds me of you, Death Knight. Shut up, you damn ghost.
Yeah, it's nice for Phil to, or Raw Phil to give us a little bit of chill music before he throws us to the wolves.
Finally, Lord Arthas, the elf woman will likely attempt to summon reinforcements. Then watch for her runners. None of them must get through. This is more like it. Finally. At last, I bow to yours. Speak, fool. Somebody sees me as Skyfleet. Somebody's gonna hasten to Lord Arthas. Sylvanas has sent a runner to Silvermoon. The elves are sure to send more forces at us. These complete
I'm still not convinced on what's going on with Phil's chat. Like, I think most of them are like literal dents, but there's got to be just a shit ton of LARPers in there, right? But at what point are you considered a LARPer, and at what point are you considered just a hardcore dent? Because if you're there every day in his chat talking, like pretending you're chill with Phil, then you're actually being chill with Phil, and that's fucking weird. Like dented behavior, so I don't know. Dude, I'd take the Fallout radio station over, like, whatever the fuck he's got playing most of the time.
What is it now?
I'd listen to, like, straight up classical music. I'd be happy with classical music. Oh. Yeah. I think that'd be a good idea. The fan-made songs are audio cancer. There is nothing that describes the level of shit that the fucking content producers that make film music actually produce. It's impressive. It's literally impressive. If I picked up one of those audio programs like today, I could make a better music. If I had to start from scratch, no references, no beats, nothing. Give me the audio program, give me like 6 hours, and I'll come up with like 3 or 4 songs that are leagues above anything Phil's Dents have produced. I don't know who's like LARPing and who's just being an actual dent, because it's got to be like 4D chess level fuckery at that point, right? Like, you're producing shit content on purpose, but you're still literally producing content for him. But it's I don't wanna sit here and try to understand a dent's behavior, because it doesn't make sense. Oh, it's insanity. It's a stupid echo chamber. Stupidity echo chamber. There you go. That's great. Can I get a meat wagons? Slaughterhouse. Yeah. That's what it is, right? It's like getting drunk. If you drink just the right amount, or weed, whatever drug, you have just the right amount, it's perfect. It's not too much. You're comfortable, you're high, you're enjoying it, it's good. That's the right amount of LARPing, if there is such an amount, right? But ultimately, the LARPing, just like the drug, can be toxic. And not like you, Mr. Toxic Jerry Juice. You are actually chill. I'm talking like toxicity, like poison. You're gonna get that fucking seeping through. And if you overdose on the LARPing, then instead of dying, you become a dent, which is arguably worse. All in moderation. All in moderation. A little bit of moderation goes a long way. If you want to laugh at Phil like as a LARPer, You know, not my jam, but okay, you do you. But if you're there chilling with Phil during all of his streams pretending you like him, then eventually you're just gonna be like,
Huh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe Phil is a good guy. Maybe he is. But maybe I've been wrong this whole time. Huh.
that was like a Jade-ism, sorry. Yeah, exactly. I agree. But, and I'm sure you might agree or disagree with this, but people who are genuinely LARPing and are doing it right, like, you can still tell that they're LARPing. Even Phil would be like a little bit suspicious of these people, but they're still here, and they're still, you know, maybe giving good vibes or whatever, like, but there's something off about them. And that's the point. Like, you want the guy to know that he's being fucked with, but give him just enough doubt that he thinks, you know, oh, maybe he's not actually fucking with me, maybe it's just me. You want to give him that room. That's the best troll. It's when you give a false fact to somebody, and then they start believing it, and then you laugh at them for it. You know, it's evil. It's immoral, but it is what it is, man. You, I don't know. I like the detractor community because we're typically just all chill, but LARPing is, not my game.
Tread lightly.
Wonder if he'll be late today. Oh, he's in chat. Oh my god. He's coping in his chat. Not sure if you guys see that. Everybody hates me for nonsensical reasons. That's what he legitimately believes. And that's sad. I'm the type of person where if there's a crowd of 100 and then there's like one person that tells me to fuck off and eat shit, I'm like, okay, whatever. But if there's two of them, oh, now I'm gonna be like, maybe I should be eating shit. Right? That's just kind of, that's my emotional stance on it. I'm not gonna necessarily react on it. I'm not gonna be a little bitch and go sulking. But I'm gonna have that in the back of my mind. Phil has literally hundreds of thousands of people telling him to eat shit. And he's like, oh, they're all wrong. All of them are wrong. So he's the opposite. He has like less than a handful of people that actually support him, and he takes that as a good thing. Whereas if a normal person typically has some haters, it would affect them, right? It would impact you. So, yeah, no. Funny guy. That's why he's the GOAT!
Kind of like, eh.
Right? Nah. Oh, fuck. Oh, I hate this so much. Next time, guys, I'm gonna save like 30 seconds so I can do like a quick skip on this intro music. Just a little bit of squirt juice. Just a little squirt.
Good morning, everyone, and
The
happy
random
Father's
rain
Day
drops.
in the United States. Today is React Day, which is awesome because we get to break up the gameplay of the week
Did you hear that?
with a full day of me
The voice
reacting
crack?
to various different kinds of content.
Bro, why are you so
That day.
red?
Today on the show, we're going to talk about how me being a variety streamer basically benefits a lot, and probably one of the major reasons why I've had the longevity that I've had.
What?
In addition, I'd like to talk about more suggestions.
Where's
for
this coming
improvement.
from?
Further discussion about things that we can change on these streams to make them better. So, an
Suggestions.
awesome Father's Day show here today. All this and more.
Does
on the
anything
Level 1 podcast.
Does anything of what he just said have anything to do with being a father or Father's Day or shout out to fathers or a benefit? Anything at all? Because it sounds like money, money, money. Money, money, money. That's what it sounded like. Yes, absolutely I can. There we go. It has been turned up.
Alrighty, everyone. So good morning and welcome. It is Sunday the 16th, of June 2024. I'm DSP, and I welcome you here to our
He's
chill
DSP.
show. Happy Father's Day in the USA. I know that Father's Day is different days around the world, but in the United States, today is the day that we recognize our dads. And later today, I'll be calling my dad, seeing what he's up to, wishing him a good day.
He's gonna call his dad. He's gonna call Chad Burnell.
To catch up. They live on the other side of the country.
Bro,
I hope.
bro, you
that
could have seen him
for
like
you,
100 times
if
this
your
year.
dad's still alive, and you're still talking, right? Give him a call. Say hello. Spend some time with him. Do something. Just say, hi, I appreciate you, I love you.
What?
You would be surprised how simply saying something like that
Excuse me, what?
can affect someone in a positive way and turn things around for them, especially if things are not going so well.
What?
And I'm absolutely sure that hopefully your dad would appreciate it, and if not, well, it is what it is, but at least you tried, right?
What?
Anyway.
What is he
for
talking
me,
about? What
it's
the
just
fuck?
Sunday. You know, I'm not a dad. I'm a cat dad, technically, but not a human dad. So it's just another day for me.
He's a cat dad.
A couple interesting things this morning that happened. Just nothing special, but I feel
No.
start the show with a little bit of small talk today.
Oh, you said
so,
it. You said the line. You said the thing.
You know,
You said
went
the
downstairs
fucking
to
thing.
have our usual
Oh, no.
breakfast together, my wife and I and Jasper Kitty. And two things. First of all, we immediately notice
Oh my god,
our
he gives
suet
his...
feeder, which we have on our back fence, and
Gives
birds
his
and
cat
squirrels come by
breakfast.
every day and eat this suet block that we put out there, is gone. And we're like, now, I don't think someone would have come by and stolen a suet feeder out of our backyard. Number one, it's private property to even be in our community.
Oh my
So
god,
I don't think
Phil.
anyone would have committed a crime.
You
if
think
they were
Phil
going to do
has,
that, steal the
um,
suet feeder? I think they would have probably went for some high dollar value things, not that.
You don't know fucking crackheads,
So
do you?
we're looking all around.
Oh my
We're like, where could it
fucking
be?
god.
Well, guess where
They'll
it
steal
is.
copper
It's on
out
the
of like
other
sound
side of the fence.
signposts and
Here's the
fucking
problem.
electric poles and shit.
It's hard to spatially really explain this unless you see it. We have a small enclosed fenced-in backyard.
There's
Our
too much
suet
stupid
feeder
for
is
me already,
hanging
man.
on the back of that fence,
Oh.
towards the house facing, but that's where the squirrels and birds get at it and eat every day, and it's very nice. We get all kinds of beautiful birds that come
Creatures? Is he gonna say
by. Recently, we've
creatures?
been seeing some other awesome ones as well.
Awesome
That we've
creatures.
never seen before. One that's like yellow and black and stuff. Like, wow, this is amazing. We love it every single year. But the problem is, on the other side of the fence, there's only about, I'd say, maybe 2 feet, if that, of standing room, and then boom, there's a ditch. And that ditch goes down pretty sharply, and that is basically an irrigation ditch where when it rains, all of the water catches in that ditch.
Is he
That- so basically
explaining
the yards don't flood.
irrigation?
And so, there's not a
Is
lot
he
of
explaining
maneuvering room
irrigation?
that way. So I'm looking, I'm like, oh crap, the suet feeder somehow got disconnected from our side of the fence, thrown over the fence, and is sitting perfectly right there in the middle of this like 1.5 to 2 feet of room before the ditch. And I'm like, well, thankfully it didn't go in the ditch, because if it went in the ditch, I wasn't going down into an irrigation ditch to get this thing that's like $2. I would just get another one. But I'm like, well, it's
No.
right there. Can I get it? And I'm thinking, well, I could jump the fence, but the problem is
You
that
can't
1 to 2
jump
feet
the
is, like,
fence.
loose soil, and I don't know how like solid it is. If I go over there, there's a chance I might collapse and I fucking fall into this irrigation ditch and I get hurt, right? Which is not worth it for a $2 suet feeder.
Oh!
So I'm like, so let me
Did
think
you
about
hear
this, like things I can do. Well, maybe I can go around, because this is a fenced-in area.
Oh,
behind that
no,
area is the
sorry,
dog walking
sorry.
park
Oh,
for all of our
ow.
community.
I wanna
And
hurt-
I was thinking,
Okay, wait,
oh, maybe
wait.
there's a way in, because I never actually looked
Wait,
before.
wait.
They're $1 suet feeder. 1 to 2 feet is like loose soil irrigation ditch to get this thing. That's like $2. A foot and a half, 2 feet of room.
Let's listen to
for
this
the
again.
Ditch. And I'm like, well, thankfully it didn't go in the ditch, because if it went in the ditch, I wasn't going
Okay,
down into an
you have to
irrigation
picture it,
ditch to
right?
get this thing. That's like $2.
There's like 2 rows of houses. They're all
like,
identical.
well, it's right
There's
there.
a big ditch right in the middle, right?
Can I get it? And I'm thinking,
There's a
well, I
fence
could jump the
behind the
fence,
houses.
but the problem is that
Bill's looking
1 to
at the
2 feet
fence.
is like loose soil, and I don't know
He's
how
looking at the
like,
dirt behind
solid it is.
the fence.
If I go
It's
over
like,
there, there's a chance
is
it might
that
collapse
dirt
and I
solid?
fall into this irrigation ditch and I get hurt. Right?
It might
Which is not
it
worth
might
for a $2
collapse and I
sewer
might
feeder.
fall.
So like, so let me think about this.
And
Like,
get
what I
hurt.
can do. Well, maybe I can go around.
Is that worth
because it's a
$2?
fenced-in area. Behind that area is a dog walking park for all of our community.
So he thinks
And I was thinking,
I can go all the way
oh,
around.
maybe there's a way in, because I never actually looked before.
He's never
There
looked
must be a way
before.
in. I know
He's
the
never looked
landscapers
before.
Have been in there.
He's lived there for how
And I'm
many
like,
years?
so there has to be a way in there easily for access. So
Easy.
tossed on my sneakers, ran outside, ran into the backyard, or not the backyard, the dog walking area, and I looked. I was like, there is absolutely no access to this thing. It is 100% fenced in. I'd say the fence is about 3-4 feet tall. It's a pretty. It went up to like maybe around here, so not ultra, like not super high fence, but pretty decently high. I'm like, man, I could jump it. But again, I don't know how solid that ground is. I'm nervous that it would, collapse and I get sucked into this irrigation ditch. So I'm like, so this
What?
is not going to work. There's like no access to this thing. How am I going to get this suet feeder? So I went back in the house. And I was like, I got to brainstorm for a bit.
My
And I
God.
said, if we just had an old style hanger, a wire hanger, I could just bend it and reshape it and we could just hook it right from over the fence. Shouldn't be a problem. So I start looking in the house and I realize we have like no old style hangers. They're all either the ones made of like the plastic
What
felt on
is
it,
going
tiny
on?
or they kind of have like plastic, like no full wire hangers. I'm like, damn, this is something that was
I'm
supposed
like,
to be
damn.
so common in homes back in the day. And it looks like for the most part, they've just been like phased out. You don't even think about it when you buy a clothes hanger anymore, that there's no more like full wire, right? Well, guess what?
It's probably
I
gonna get
finally
worse.
found one. It was in our closet in the front of the
He's
house.
got
where we have
one
all our
hanger.
jackets and stuff. And it was like
Oh, in the closet
jacket
where
that I
our
almost
jackets
never
are
wear.
and stuff.
in the corner. Oh, it is wire. Cool. So I bent the hanger. All you got to do, if you ever need to do this yourself, it's very simple. You just take the ends of the hanger.
Pig-splaining.
So instead of it being a stretched out hanger, you just, and it
Okay.
becomes a tool, a very long.
It
looking
becomes
tool.
a tool.
And I just said, okay, this should work fine. Went over, zoop, got it, cooked it, pulled it up, no problem. And this time around, I've now attached it lower down on the fence, not as close to the top as I did last time. Because what I'm thinking happened.
The dude
probably
was
a
worried
squirrel
about
or
going
something
over
creature,
a
probably not bird,
3-foot
because bird's not
fence
strong enough. But one of these
to
creatures
grab
was probably trying to
a
finish
thing
up
that
the
was
suet
literally
rock
like
there
2
and
feet away
put it in,
from the
and
fence.
it just happened to dislodge and flip over the fence. So if I put it lower, even if they're pulling up and it dislodges, it'll just fall straight to the ground and stay on our side of the fence. So hopefully,
I
this will
don't
not happen
know.
again. And now I basically have a deformed
don't
hanger
know.
that I will use as a reaching tool around the house.
I don't know
if
what to
ever
say.
need one, in the future. So no big deal, but it was something a little creative I had to do this morning in order to solve a problem. Now, another cool thing that happened this morning that's actually a good positive thing.
He's
is
patting himself on the
we
back
are
for that.
always looking to try to figure out healthier food, healthier meals, and things that we can do to
Healthier
make
options for
ourselves in
Kat
better
and
shape.
for
Because
Phil,
I told you
who's
guys,
totally not getting
yesterday on
fat, guys.
stream,
By the way.
I recently weighed myself.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
getting fat.
203,
Yeah.
like 0.4 pounds or
The
something
dude
like that.
weighs
That's not
20
bad,
pounds more
but
than
that's
me, and
also
I'm
not great.
6'1".
Like, my ideal weight is 185 pounds, but that's if I'm like fit and working out, which I'm not actively really doing that much right now. So I definitely have like
This dude
15
there.
plus pounds
No.
of weight that I could take off. So one of the ways you could do that is to try to eat healthier, right? And my
The
wife and I
dude
were talking about
legitimately
this
thinks
recently.
he'd
We really
be
should cut off a lot of
185 if he
dairy
were trim.
out of our diet if we can.
This
Dairy is
dude
extra
at
calorie, extra
5'9"
fat that we
would
really
be
don't
about
need, and older, you
140
gotta start to get to the
trim.
healthier foods and things like that.
About
So,
140
my
trim.
wife said that she wanted to start making us
And he would be a bone, like a
like
stick
healthier
figure,
breakfast. Like,
a literal
typically,
stick
for
figure,
breakfast, I'd have one of two
because he
things.
has zero
Either a
muscle
bagel
mass.
with some cream cheese.
He's
Usually I have,
you look like a
50 style
stick
cream cheese
figure,
that actually
like a
has
literal
vegetable
stick
meat,
figure with like a
but
giant
it
head.
is still dairy, but
He'd
it's
still
not
have a giant
super
head.
unhealthy dairy.
But he'd
or
have
anything
twig
like that.
arms, twig legs,
Or
twig
I
torso.
would have one of those microwave burritos. Now, probably that's not very good for you, but at the same time, it's very small. I only have one of them.
Oh my god. So he's
you know,
already doing
typically it's
burritos are healthy.
Like bacon, egg, and cheese, or
Bacon,
sausage,
egg, and
with,
cheese.
you know, a few other extra things tossed in there.
Just a small
I have
burrito.
the bagel more often than the burrito. But
Just
I do have
a
the burrito every
breakfast
once in a while to
burrito.
mix it up, and I just have that with
I
black
just
coffee,
mix it
by
up.
the way. Nothing else, just a black coffee. So, my wife said, you know, what I would like to do
How
is
about
I
a
would like
banana?
to make healthy
And, like,
for us, but
I
something
don't
that I
know,
don't have to make every day.
cornflake
So why don't we take the
cereal,
idea of the breakfast
unfrosted
burrito,
cornflakes.
right? But why don't I make our own homemade breakfast burritos that we can freeze, and then when we want them, we can microwave them and eat
Tasty
them just like
banana.
those. I say, hey, you want to take a shot at it? Go for it, right? Sounds good to me. So we actually ended up getting a bunch of ingredients.
Sounds good to me,
during
Cat.
our,
Sounds
you know,
good.
Grocery shopping trip back on
Right?
our day off on Thursday.
Snort.
And
Cat's just staring
yesterday,
at him, like waiting for him to
she
shut
did
up.
that. She basically made a batch of homemade
Right?
burritos. So here's
Am I
what
right
they
or am I
are. Listen
right?
to this, okay?
Am I right or am I
Chicken
right,
sausage,
Cat?
Way better than pork
Snort.
sausage for sure. Almost no, you know, very low fat.
Staring
no
at the corner
grease.
demons.
Still very flavorful.
Still there.
Scrambled eggs with some seasoning like, you know, salt, pepper, things like that in it.
Oh my god.
Pico de gallo. which is
Pico de
obviously
gallo.
Diced tomatoes, diced onions, some cilantro, and some jalapeno.
Oh
all mixed
my
together.
god.
Diced variety of peppers, so like green, orange, red, bell peppers, all like chopped up, and
So bell
a creamy
peppers?
chipotle sauce. So out of everything I just described, the only thing in there that really would have much or any fat calories is probably the sauce. But it's not like we're going, oh, here we go, and put the whole bottle on the burrito. It's like, you know, you put a little bit in there for extra flavor. All right. So basically, she cooked all that up the other day in a batch, and we got regular sized burrito tortillas from the grocery store. And by the way, I'm curious about this.
He's getting burritos
You
from
get
the
a burrito
grocery
at, like, a
store,
restaurant. Like, if you
but
go to a
he's
Mexican
also
restaurant right now,
ordering
or
DoorDash
we have a
daily.
place down the street. It's called Alberto's Jr., and they make these awesome, huge burritos. I swear their burrito wraps are huge, right, compared to what you buy at the store. 'Cause
So,
how am I eating
he's
a
talking about
burrito that's
fast food right now.
insanely large and stuffed with the same size burrito wrap that you buy at the store that's only like this big? Like, how could you make a burrito that size? I get the feeling that Mexican restaurants like bulk buy in gross these like giant wraps
Is he
from like a wholesaler, and you just can't get them at a regular grocery store. They don't have them that big. That's what I think anyway. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So using a regular size tortilla wrap, just make a burrito. So the burrito's not huge, but it's bigger than the microwave. The microwave burrito I would have is usually about that big. These were probably about this big.
It's called a supplier
So a
fill.
little bit larger. So all we did, they're frozen. We wrapped them individually in like tin foil, or not tin foil, aluminum foil, and put them in our freezer. And now each day when we want one, we just take it out, you toss it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and we eat it. So this is the first time I was having one. She had one yesterday and told me, oh, it's amazing, you got to have one this morning. So I toss it in there, and immediately it smells great. I'm like, oh, this is a good sign. I take a bite. This thing
Smells great. That's
is
a good sign.
absolutely bursting with flavor.
Oh.
I was like, whoa.
Yes.
Like,
you
that
said
is
it.
crazy amount of flavor in this burrito. And by the way, there's no dairy in this, right? Like I said, maybe a little flavor. I was like,
Wait.
absolutely.
Wait. Sorry, I have to do this live, guys. Gonna do this. We're gonna do start.
Bursting with flavor.
Moving on.
I was like, whoa. Like, that is crazy amount of flavor in this burrito. And by the way, there's no dairy in this, right? Like I said, maybe a little bit of the chipotle sauce has it, but no cheese or anything in there. And I'm like, dude, this is like incredibly good. I can't believe how tasty this is.
Can we
You
get a
taste
burst in the
everything, like,
chat?
you know, big chunks of tomato. You're getting a little bit of crunchiness of the peppers.
Burst.
And the sausage tastes outstanding. And this is chicken sausage, not pork sausage. So, I cannot believe the amount of flavor in this thing. And the good news is, because there's no cheese in it, it's not really messy. It did leak a little bit because there's like juice from the vegetables, but I'd much rather have a little bit of watery juice coming out than a bunch of gooey cheese getting everywhere, right?
What the fuck is
So
he
I'm
talking about? Okay, wait. Is there audio here? Did it not catch the audio? Okay, sorry. It's gonna take just a second, boys. This has to happen. This has to happen.
Eating it, and I'm like, wow, this is like incredible, this thing. And the good news is, because there's no cheese in it, I can't believe how tasty this is in this burrito. And by the way, there's no dairy in this, right? Like I said, one this morning. Immediately it smells great. I'm like, oh, this is a good sign. I take a bite. This thing is absolutely
Right here. This is the money shot. I want to do this. I want to mute. Okay. Right, sure.
bursting with flavor.
Okay. And we're gonna go back here. We're gonna go play.
I was like, what? From this English muffin. That shit is horrible for you. Bursting. It really is. Like, you gotta read read all the stats on it. It's like incredibly high in sodium.
Here we go.
Incredibly high in fat. Bursting. And they're saying, oh, this is good for breakfast. You're literally loading your body with grease and shit first thing in the morning. And I used to eat that stuff all the time, too. You know, that's, you know, when I was at my heaviest, that was my breakfast. Wake up, shove one of those in the microwave, or I would go to the local Duchess restaurant in Connecticut, and I would buy a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and eat it.
So you were eating them at your heaviest, and you're eating them now.
So, like, damn, this might actually help a lot. You know, having a healthier breakfast, you know, every other day or whatever. So I strongly recommend it. And those are simple ingredients. You can easily get.
Why is he
sausage,
saying he recommends it?
or
He's
just,
fat
like, diced
now.
tomatoes.
He's over 200 pounds. What the fuck, dude?
Peppers, right? And this chipotle sauce or whatever, which is, you know, just to get some kind of a sauce that has like a Mexican taste.
Some
to
kind
it.
of sauce.
And dude, it's so easy, so easy to make, so easy to do. Just don't even fall for the trap of buying the pre-made stuff. It's, you know, yeah, it's easy, but at the same time, if you spend like an hour a week making a batch of these, and you have a healthy breakfast every day,
so
good.
he eats a burrito that sits in his fridge for like 5 or 6 days.
All right.
Plus
so
his DoorDash, of course.
Random stories for today. Let's quickly talk about yesterday. Yesterday was a very chill day, and as I was saying during the opening of today's show, boy oh boy, am I glad that I am a variety content creator.
Why?
What I mean by that is I don't section myself off to being known for only making one particular style of content. Right? I'm very, very, very
so he's jerking himself off
happy
again?
about that. Because if I was only a fighting game streamer, or I was only an FPS guy, or I was only an RPG guy, or a Dark Souls guy, right? Honestly, I would have such a bad time in playing one style of game. And I would get so burnt out, and I would get so frustrated, and I would probably hate my life. Being honest. You know, I'm glad that way back when I started on YouTube, long time ago, I had that foresight to say, you know,
He did not just say that.
I had the opportunity to do it with the
He would hate his life
popularity of Street Fighter 4. I said,
if
oh, I
he
could
only
do
played
this.
one
I could
game.
Get into competitive fighting games and be known for it on YouTube and all of that. But I decided to do something different. I decided to say, no, I'm going to branch out and diversify. And
that fucking neck crane twitch he does annoys the shit out of me. His little,
but the master of none.
Because
I have done that,
thing he does,
I have had longevity. Here I am 16 years later.
Why is he jerking himself off again?
I'm still having a great time every day, and I'm not feeling burnout. Okay.
What?
Case in point.
What's this code going on?
I'm trying to get into Street Fighter 6 at a higher level than I've ever played it before, because I found a way to eliminate.
He's trying
input lag.
How?
To eliminate.
How is he trying?
The issues I was having with the online play, right? But I'm finding as I play at this master level without those issues.
What?
That
the master level? He's playing casual.
Arduous task.
He's playing casual.
I'm not investing as much time and effort into it as others who are playing.
He's playing casuals.
So because of that, I'm kind of like playing catch up, and it's very difficult, especially with the character selection that I
playing
use. My main
casuals.
characters are not exactly the best in the game, so it's tough. Okay.
It's not tough. He's playing casuals.
So this week, you know, trying to play with characters such as Dalsim and Lily has been very
Exactly.
frustrating.
No
And
stakes.
I get really agitated.
It's all
My
fucking
adrenaline
vegans
gets
in
pumping,
Phil's chat.
You know, stress levels are up, blood pressure's up when I play this game.
What?
Which is fine. It's competitive, but at the same time, I find myself sometimes just having a bad time. Like I played with Lily the other night. I legit at the end of the night was like upset. I was like, man, I feel like I just wasted my
It
night.
makes
I
no
didn't
sense
make
at
any
all, dude.
progress. I don't feel like I learned real much.
Again
of
with the
anything.
swing. Again with the
And
complaining.
It just seems like a losing battle with this character.
So he's gonna drop
But
Lily.
then yesterday,
No.
right? Guess what? I didn't have to play Street Fighter. I didn't have to think about the stress of any of that, right? Instead, I got to play 2 very chill games. Now, here's the thing about me being a variety creator. There are times when I play something and it will get
Where's
a
this
lot
going?
of attention.
Where is this
There are
going?
also times when I will play something and it will only matter to my very core audience and no one else will give a crap, right? It's true. So, for example, if I
Okay.
play Soulsborne games or Souls likes, typically that's going to get good attention, right? Take a look at Another Crab's Treasure, Lies of P,
Where are you going with
Elden
this,
Ring,
Bruno?
all those things that I've done recently. Typically, those streams get great attendance. They get good.
Get to the
support, viewership
fucking
is decent,
point.
right? Even on the on-demand videos. That's because they're ultra difficult games, and people enjoy seeing me suffer, but then overcome.
Suffer.
Okay.
Nobody
Typically,
enjoys seeing you
if I'm
overcome
playing
shit.
something
We enjoy seeing you
competitively, whether
fail
that be a
and
Street
rage.
Fighter game or another fighting game, whether that be a first-person
Even the
shooter like
dents
Call of
don't care
Duty,
for him doing good.
all that kind of stuff.
What kind of
Online multiplayer? Typically, that gets good attention and good, you know, people.
Is it
excited
gonna
for
complain about
Not
Fallout 4
always.
views?
For example, when I tried playing Multiverses,
Didn't he get over
no one
$100
cared.
yesterday?
But generally, those games, right, will get people excited. Okay? And of course, anytime there's a large-scale AAA release, notably if it's like a horror game, but other AAA games as well, to see me jump in and see my opinion on a big release that everyone is playing, that also gets people excited. Usually, generally, you'll see more people on stream, more people watching the videos on demand, more engagement, meaning more likes on the videos, more likes on the streams, more comments on the videos, more people just excited to engage, correct? Now, when I do chill gameplay, right? An ongoing playthrough where essentially it's meant to kind of be more relaxing. There isn't that level of skill required to really excel in the game. A lot of the times these chill streams are straight up called chill streams, meaning, hey, come by and hang out with me. We'll have conversation that's not
He
even
calls them
necessarily
chill
related to the
streams.
game, and that's fine because that's the whole point. It's more of like a hangout session.
Oh my god.
Typically, those games
Stop saying typically
will
like that.
get less support, less engagement is what I meant to say. Less engagement, meaning less people coming by, watching, and or liking, etc. But when it comes to the people who do attend that content, it's usually a core audience of people who really like me for me. Rather than coming for the game, you're coming to hang out with me, correct? And
What is
because
he
of that,
talking about?
those streams actually get pretty decent support, and they do well for just a good vibe on this channel, right? And I wonder how many content creators out there kind of get themselves pigeonholed into a certain style of stuff, and they get that rhythm going, which is fine, but then everything kind of feels samey, right? Like, for example, the vibe when you're on my stream playing Street Fighter 6 versus the vibe when I last night was playing Stardew Valley, you would think it's 2 completely different people streaming. And I know that. That is a completely different vibe. And one, I'm ultra serious, hyper focused on the game. I'm reveling in my wins. I'm getting very upset at my losses, and it's just like tense, but it's exciting if you like competition, correct? Bursting with flavor. Last night, me playing Stardew Valley, it's like, wow, we're laid back, we're relaxed. There is no pressure, right? At all.
Nice juicy
To
snort.
really worry about major progress, but I'm chilling. I'm gelling with the audience.
Chilling and
Hey,
gelling.
what are some suggestions of what I should be doing right now? Right? Should I be farming? Should I be fishing? Should I go buy something?
Tell
Should
me
I try
what to
give
do.
stuff to townspeople? What
Tell
should
me
I
what to
do?
do, guys.
People are all
This is
throwing
so
out their different
chill.
Opinions. and I'm trying different things.
Finally.
And I'm like, this is great. Now, again, here's the thing.
Speak, fool.
Last night, we didn't have many people on the stream when it comes to, like, comparison to normal streams. I didn't... The highest I had yesterday was, like, 270 people.
Okay,
and...
and?
Which was, like, 150. Like, I mean, that's low for any stream.
Who
correct?
gives a fuck?
But
You barely get
that
300.
audience that was there was very engaged. They loved the stream.
Like it.
They were hanging out, having a great time. And if you can believe it, it was super well supported for a stream. And I'm like, it's weird because you would think, oh, it's generally those games that will bring more people to watch.
There's literally
that
like
may be the
2
most
people that
successful.
give
And in
you
reality, that's not
more
always
than
the
a couple
case.
bucks,
It's
man.
kind of the opposite sometimes, right? Like, sometimes I'm playing Street Fighter and there's almost no support. And it's like, well, I don't get it. We have a lot of viewers here. It's because people are there for various different reasons, right? Just because someone is there to watch doesn't necessarily mean they have the best of intentions watching, you know? And this is something that I've noticed generally on my content in the last year. Around middle of last year, 2023, all of a sudden my viewership on DSP Gaming tanked. Out of nowhere. Inexplicably. You can look at the chart and you can see all of a sudden it goes zoop like this. It's like,
What is it?
what the fuck
Zoop.
happened?
like this.
Why
like
all
my
of a sudden
penis.
would I have
Zoop.
lost a large
Straight
chunk
down.
of viewership out of nowhere?
No one orders
But
Doesn't
here's
work.
the very weird thing about
My
that.
Italian penis.
Okay.
My soft penis.
I haven't lost any income as a result.
When I see
Like,
cat, my
ad
penny
revenue
go
remains
away.
The same, right? The amount of super chats,
Mamma
memberships,
mia.
all of that, pretty much the same. Tips remain the same. So what that tells me is that probably once again something
Probably.
changed with the YouTube algorithm about a year ago that kicked a lot of my content out of it. But
What?
likely it's the legacy content stuff, but it also probably is some of the new stuff too, where for some reason my stuff just doesn't show up in YouTube search or doesn't get recommended or whatever it may be. So I don't get those.
But he
outside
admits
eyes on
that
my
they're
content anymore.
regulars. And most of
The
his
weird part about
fans have
that
been
is,
following him for
how did
like
I not lose any
7
revenue
years, 10
whatsoever?
years now.
Right? Because you would panic if you saw something like that. You'd be like, "Oh my god, the sky is falling," and but I didn't say anything about it publicly
fool.
because I was looking at all my stats and I was like, "They're not affected."
But you're
You know,
you're
as a-
bitching
as a
right now. How are they not
gamer-
affected?
And this is being my hobby.
Finally.
I still had people coming by every day and hanging out with
Your
me. having a good
hobby.
time.
This is your job,
There's nothing wrong
motherfucker.
there.
This is
And
your
on a
job,
business
not your
side,
hobby.
I was
Get it
still
right.
making the money that I was making, and nothing changed.
Get it
So I was,
fucking
like, scratching
right.
My head. How
Get
can
it
this be possible?
fucking
And all
right.
that tells me is that YouTube has
Dance
this, like,
monkey.
installed viewer base of people who maybe just casually watch it, but they probably got things like ad block on, right? Or it could be malicious
no.
viewers coming just to be stupid and they never would contribute or support at all. They're just there to make fun.
If
And
you're
at some point
there
they
and
just
you
realize,
don't intend on contributing,
you know,
you're a
watching my stuff
stupid.
raw or whatever wasn't
whatever.
interesting to them. They probably went off to watch
Bad
the
intentioned
Trevor shit or
viewer.
something. Who knows, right? But it was so weird to me
Ignore
that
allowed the
happened. And now, because I used to always get like 1,000 views on every video I uploaded, and now some videos get like only 300
It's
views.
cause you're shit.
I'm making the same amount of money. How the fuck does that make any sense?
It's cause it's the OIC that's been funding you this
Is it
whole
cause for
time.
alarm? No. But
How
again,
does he not
I really
understand, my dude?
think that I'm in a unique situation.
It's
to
not
other
a
YouTubers.
well
I really
unique
do.
for
Like,
I
feel
guess.
like I'm in a
I guess
situation
yeah.
where
He is a unique
Somehow
situation.
I've been around for so long, and
He's
I
a
have
simp for gay
dedicated viewers
dudes
and followers and supporters. I
while
don't really
being
worry about that
pretend
kind of fluctuation.
straight.
It doesn't really have problems, you know, cause problems for me.
You wouldn't dare.
and being pretend happy.
But anyway, getting back to the point of yesterday, my God, yesterday was such a great streaming day. And here's the funny part: views were lower
What is it now?
on both streams. There were less viewers overall on both streams yesterday.
Is this the point of the
Videos
conversation?
that I've uploaded from yesterday.
views?
They don't have a lot of views right now.
So
at all, actually.
no ad money.
Right? But I'm looking, I'm like, both streams were chill fun.
Is that?
Both streams had good support. Why do I care?
Yeah. Why do you
And that's
care?
a mentality that I feel like most YouTubers don't have. Most YouTubers are always about every day they gotta pack as many butts in seats, get as many views as possible,
What?
get as much engagement as possible. Like this, they're so worried about that shit every day. And I used to be like that too. But now, I'm
Wait,
kind
what?
of happy that I don't
That's
have
what
to
you're doing
worry
right
about
now?
that shit anymore. I can just be more laid back and relaxed, and as long as we're all having a good time together, I'm having a good one. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not really concerned. That's a good thing. That makes me feel better. I was so stressed out over those last few days playing Street Fighter, and I disconnected from Street Fighter for a day to do different stuff.
So
it
he didn't
got
play
less
Street
attention,
Fighter for a day,
but
right? His
ended up
regular
being very
bullshit.
successful, and
He got
I
money,
came back today feeling refreshed, feeling
and he's happy.
relaxed,
Speak, fool.
feeling like, you know, everything's
You're
kind of,
you're still
much better,
fucking
and I'm not,
drunk,
like,
man.
at my wit's end. I
You're
don't
still
have to
drunk
sit
from
ranting about
yesterday.
Street
Look
Fighter
at
6
you.
this morning, right? So, I'm very happy with that. All right? And
Burping
thank
and
you.
snorting. I'm very happy with
Those
that.
of you come by and hang out with me, no matter what I'm playing. I'm not saying I'm angry with people who only
That
come by
makes
for
no
certain kinds
sense,
of games. Not
dude.
at all. Couldn't be
Worried about
further.
viewers,
I'm
but
happy that I have various
I-
audiences
oh.
that come by to check out certain kinds of content. So, for example, you know, there's some people that may just come by and watch Street Fighter. There may
This
be
whole
people who
this
just
whole
come by
thing
and
just
watch
hurts my
Fallout.
brain, man.
Maybe there's
I
someone who
can't
just
I
comes
can't
by and
even
watches
I
this
can't
and
even
listens
think.
to this podcast. I just had someone this morning says, "Yeah, every day on my way to work, I listen to your podcast live. It's a great way to, you know, enjoy the ride to work." And that's
Gross.
cool. I'm happy
Ew.
about that people are enjoying
Imagine
different
listening to
aspects of
this
my
guy
content.
beg
But the
for
only
2
reason I'm
hours as you
successful
go
is
into
because I
work.
made myself a
Ugh,
variety
what the
creator
fuck, man?
rather than focused on one
What
little
is
thing
going
that
on?
became my specialty. I'm not a guru in anything, but certainly there are people who like me for various different things, and that's why I have the
For various
longevity that
different
I had.
things. I like you for your tits and ass, my man.
So I'm happy for that. And you know, yesterday
gay sex
was a
icon.
testament to that. After having an incredibly stressful night of playing Street Fighter, that I could completely change
Please, that's what I like these things.
to a different tone, a different speed the next day.
What?
Slow things down, relax, have a great day
What?
overall, and then, you know, push forward and say, hey, I will be back to that stressful stuff later, and that's cool. There's a place and time
That's
for it,
cool.
but
Why is that
now
cool?
I can do different stuff, right? You know, today, again, it's going to be such a different day, right? Yesterday, just FYI to summarize what we did, in Fallout 4, we finished Far Harbor.
Oh,
And let me tell
I was
you guys
doing a
something.
recap.
We skipped those really crappy, stupid puzzles that are in Far Harbor that are so out of place. The ones
They're
where you
not-
go into a virtual world and have lasers shooting and
They're
bugs
not-
crawling and there's
they're not
blocks
that hard.
everywhere. It's incredibly dumb. It's like mind-numbingly stupid that it's in there because
It's
it's nothing
not.
to do with Fallout. You could tell it was just kind of a pet project of one of the game devs that wanted to wedge it in
Oh
there or
my
something.
god, dude. Oh my god.
And it usually takes about an hour to do, and it's a really painful hour of
It's
crap, right? We skipped it. We put a mod in that said, skip that shit.
Yeah,
So we
actually
did.
put a
And then
mod in
instead
to
we focused on
skip
all the fun stuff with
puzzles.
Far Harbor, and I ended up finishing the DLC and actually having a completely different completely different outcome from than when I originally did
Income
this,
on the brain.
back in the day when it was a new
Money. Oh,
DLC.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I
It
wasn't
was
talking
very
about
fun
money.
to do,
Oh,
and the audience
what am I
loved
doing?
it. So that was great. And then last night in Stardew Valley, dude, we learned so much.
Dude,
I
dude,
leveled up.
me and my
farm
dance,
knowledge.
we were rocking
I did
it.
a
We
bunch
were
of
rocking it
fishing
so
and
hard.
learned the ins and outs of how to fish in this
Snort.
game, where to fish, the best times to fish.
We were having
things like
such a
that.
good time fishing.
I met the wizard.
I met
which
a
is cool.
wizard.
It's his own side plot line that you can follow.
You met a wizard?
I upgraded a bunch of stuff. Now I'm gonna have the ability to have sprinklers, so I actually don't have to manually water plants and stuff, which is great.
That sounds
I
so
met everyone in the
fascinating.
town for the first time. Actually participated in an Easter egg hunt.
That sounds
Like an Easter event, they don't call it Easter,
really
probably don't want to
fascinating
offend
and
some, but
adult-oriented
Easter is like a
content.
religious holiday, so they say it's like the spring egg festival and stuff like that. But
So
did
the game
that.
is woke,
It was
is that what
really
you're
good.
saying?
It was a very
Stardew
fun
Valley
session.
is
I learned
woke?
a lot. I can't wait to play it again on Tuesday night.
Oh my
I'm
god,
actually
Stardew
really
Valley
enjoying
is
having a
woke,
great
my
time with
guys.
everyone, hanging out, talking, but also learning the ins and outs of this game while we play it. It's very, very fun.
Stardew Valley is woke. You hear it first. You heard
So,
it first.
Outstanding
On
day
DSP
yesterday.
Gaming.
Today, it's React Day. Meaning today there is no gameplay. Today we're going to be reacting to stuff all over the place. First of all, after this podcast ends, we're going to head over to DSP Reacts. And on that channel,
Head
it's time for
over.
DSP versus the Internet, my weekly clip show. Luckily, it's on the right day this week. Remember, last week it got bumped to Monday because we had to react to the live Xbox event. Well, those are all done now. And we can get back into the normal schedule. So, clip show today. Good variety of clips. I've seen the clips. There are good variety of stuff.
You've seen the
to
clips
react to.
already.
I'm excited to
Whoa.
jump into them
Whoa.
and see what it's all about. So that should be a fun one.
Whoa.
And then
So
tonight
they're all
on the live
pre-approved
stream,
is what he's saying.
6:45
I mean,
PM
we all
Pacific
knew
time
that,
over
but-
on DSP Throwback, my other channel. We're going to be continuing the reacting to
So he's
Rise
here
of the Night
shilling
Bears,
all
the
his shit
Xbox
channels.
360 Connect game that was pushed heavily by Microsoft. Oh, this is the big horror game you're going to want. This is going to be one of the reasons to buy the Connect. It's going to change games because horror with motion controls.
Yeah,
It
nobody
is
bought that.
atrociously bad.
Nobody but Phil bought that shit.
It's super bad. All right. So I'm having so much fun reacting to it because we're laughing at how bad the controls are, how John and I are being tortured trying to continue to beat this game.
Milking
Keep in mind, back then, we would beat
ex-friends.
a game like that in
Still.
one day, one session. We would commit to just sit game. Keep in mind, back then we would beat a game like that in one day, one session. we would commit to just sitting there and playing it till it was done.
No
And so
one orders
Is
tonight
that like
over
a
on that channel,
feat
we're gonna
or something?
continue. I think
dented
last time we
feet?
got through like 11 parts. Tonight we'll probably get through like another 10, 11 parts. That sets us up for the finale next week with only like maybe an hour left. And then, since Elden Ring's DLC is this coming Friday, next week we're gonna resume with the Dark Souls retro react. So that's gonna be super fun. All right. So that's a great lineup of stuff for today. I hope you guys will join me on DSP React right after this podcast, or over on the Throwback channel late tonight for the retro react. That should be fun. Tomorrow, we're back to regular gameplay. Fallout 4 and Street Fighter 6. Tomorrow night, I'm going to try to play with Zangief.
Gross.
So I'll probably watch some Zangief footage tonight to try to get myself, you know, maybe learn some new techniques.
So casual
that I can,
Geef
apply
night. Oh
during
my
tomorrow
God.
night's ranked Street Fighter stream. And on
Ranked?
Tuesday, new game release.
He's saying
is
ranked,
still-
but
Still wakes the
I don't
deep.
believe it.
The new game where you're going to an oil rig offshore, and the oil rig has been overrun by something. You don't know if it's creatures, monsters, demons, but
Creatures.
apparently everyone's dead.
it's
You're
woodland
trying to figure out what
creatures.
happened. Kind of a unique horror experience. People are saying it's 6 to 8 hours long.
People are
So I'll
saying
play it as
a
the
lot of
first stream
people.
On Tuesday night will be more Stardew
Gotta
Valley.
be
And
careful
then
with a lot of
Wednesday,
people.
more Still Wakes the Deep, and either more Street Fighter 6 or another stream of Stardew Valley. What I'd like to really do is see how people are liking everything. If there's more demand for Street Fighter 6, then maybe we'll do another one of that. If there's more demand for Stardew, then we'll do that. So we'll see over the course of the week what happens, and I'll make my decision by the end of Tuesday night what we want to do on Wednesday. Okay? Thursday I'm off. Friday, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree all day long. Literally the entire day will be Shadow of the Erd Tree fun. I'm excited for that. I
Shadow
can't
of the
wait for
Erd
this
Tree
DLC.
fun.
Everyone, it seems to be super pumped. It's like the big thing of the year. Like literally, it's the big thing of the year. It's the biggest thing of all year released. I'm not even kidding. Like I wish that was an exaggeration, but it really isn't. And I can't believe that a DLC for a FromSoft game is literally the big release this year so far. Like
It was
has
the same
eclipsed
thing
and is
for when Dark
overshadowing
Souls 3 was releasing their
every other
DLCs. What are you
game that
talking
has come
about?
out this year. That's how exciting it is. I can't wait to play it. As you know, my first time runs through FromSoft games are incredibly fun. 'cause I don't know
Incredibly
what I'm doing.
fun.
Usually I die a zillion times.
Yeah, like
I've already
1,000
committed to the fact
times.
that I will try to find some weapons that are new that I'm enjoying or look really unique, and I want to
Quite literally 1,000 times.
So that should be pretty fun. And I'm doing
Should
that
be
all
pretty
day
fun.
Friday, both streams. Saturday is the day stream, and then probably Saturday night we'll do Street Fighter. And then Sunday is React Day, so no gameplay Sunday. Then probably Monday, again, Elden Ring will be the day stream. Maybe Monday night I'll do like Stardew Valley. And then we'll go from there. Okay, keep in mind that Wednesday, yes, I'm not kidding, a week from this coming Wednesday, there's another new thing coming out. It is M. Bison releasing in Street Fighter 6, and yes, I will be covering M. Bison, likely playing him all day long on that day. So we've got Still Wakes the Deep, Shadows
Nobody
of the Erd Tree
cares.
DLC.
Nobody's gonna
and
want to
M.
watch you
Bison
play
within 1 week's time.
And nobody
That's
gives
a
2 fucks
crazy
about
week
Street
of
Fighter.
stuff that's going to be going on around
because you're gonna be playing
Hope you guys
casuals.
are excited, okay?
Who's excited for a brand new
Alright, good
character?
Hold on,
For
guys.
casual
I'm about to
matches.
Sneeze. I paused the recording. My allergies are bothering me.
Why does he need to get up? Why does he need to get up to sneeze? I think it's because he farts. When he sneezes, he like farts really loud, and he doesn't want to be right in front of the camera when he does it. That's fair, right? That's I mean that's fucking probable, honestly. Oh, he's such a disgusting fuck.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
That
he
was a close one. I almost had a giant sneeze, and I got it. If you haven't noticed, this has been happening a lot this last week. Basically, my allergies have kicked into effect pretty bad. They're not bad.
he's
all right,
drunk,
but
dude.
basically,
That
it's a
made no
situation where,
sense. He
like,
got
every
up
once in
for
while,
a
I get
minute
bad whiff of pollen,
because he
probably
needed
from
to
my air
sneeze,
conditioner,
but he'll
I'm
sit
like,
there
oh my
and
God,
snort
either my eyes
and
will,
burp
will, like, really
and
swell up
shark
burn,
right on
or all of
fucking
a sudden I feel
camera.
like I have to sneeze like real hard, right?
Yeah, he thinks he's gonna shit his
that's why
pants.
if you're seeing that happen, that's exactly what's going on.
He thinks he's gonna shit his pants, and he doesn't want to shit his pants on
Okay.
camera. That's what it is.
Okay, let's get back to things. Here we go. Okay.
He was
so,
paused. Oh my god!
What I think we should do next.
What a
since we
treat
have
to
some
watch him
time,
live.
But it might be a little difficult. I actually wanted to see if I could jump back into the suggestion box for the
Where's
first
that
time in
funny?
ages. The problem being if you guys remember recently, I've been telling you guys about some frustrations that I'm having with YouTube forcing me,
Forcing him.
Windows, forcing me to update my Windows on my PC, which forces a restart. When it does that, I literally lose my place in the suggestion box.
What?
So now I have absolutely no idea where I am in the suggestion box.
So he knows this happens, but he takes zero accountability for it.
They obey.
Okay, I know I'm looking at the suggestion box now. I know we did that one.
Sealed.
I know we did that one.
Oh my god.
Thy
This
will
is
be
content.
done.
This
No,
is
we did that
meaningful
one.
content.
Now.
We did that one.
Oh my god. I just can't fucking believe he's actually doing this. This is fucking
Let's see. I'm
insane.
trying to find the place where we left off.
The fact that he's doing this right
Did
now
that
is
one too.
insane. He could have done this earlier when he was setting himself up instead of chatting, saying, "Oh, people hate me for no reason." He could have been doing his fucking job, his shift.
Okay,
He calls it
I
a
think
shift.
this is about where we need to pick up right here. Okay, I think we're there. Sorry, because like I said, with Windows forcing restarts, I lose my spot. So I think we're around here.
He's blaming
okay.
Windows for him
Excuse me.
not taking notes properly,
All right, so
or not bookmarking, or not just
someone
deleting
asked,
old
I'm going to summarize
suggestions
some of these. Can I
They're
have
not
more
taking
variety in
any
online game
accountability
streams besides Friday Night Fights?
or
Because
precaution.
it's not saying that people are sick of fighting game streams, but we like to see other kinds of multiplayer. The thing is, I'm not really into multiplayer that much unless it's a game that I really like that genre. So, for example, Call of Duty, every year I play it, I get a good amount of content out of it, I get burnt out on it, don't care about it anymore, and I drop it, right? But I like it every year. It's like a staple that I do.
He gets money.
It's a good thing to do to break up the fall and to have different kinds of multiplayer. Fighting games, absolutely correct. Street Fighter, Tekken, stuff like that. That's the kind of multiplayer I'm into. Now, I understand what you're saying. There's tons of multiplayer games out there. But you have to understand that I have to kind of have an affinity for what I'm doing or a desire to play it. A lot of people love multiplayer sports games. I don't like sports games. I just don't really enjoy them because I don't really like sports. I don't care about
obviously.
American football.
You can't even get over a
basketball,
3-foot fence,
baseball,
dude.
Football.
You don't have to explain
I
every
would say
sport you
football,
know.
F-U-T-B-O-L. Football. I just don't. I'm not into sports. So for me to play a sports game when I'm not even really liking the sport, it doesn't really work. If you have suggestions for other games, then throw them at me. So for example, this person says,
Do my job.
there are other genres of online multiplayer modes.
Do my
Racing
job.
Games, and we all know I don't like racing games. Probably the only racing game that I'd be interested in would be like Mario Kart. If only they would make a new Mario Kart. I'm
Oh my
serious. I
God.
would play a new Mario Kart
Where shall my
for a
blood be
bit.
spilled?
They haven't made one in 100 years. They just keep fucking releasing the same one for the last decade. I'm not spending money on the same game like a second or third time. I already had it on the Wii U. I'm not.
He's
buying
not
it
spending
again.
money on a new
But outside of
game,
that, I don't
but
really
he
like
is spending money,
racing that much.
and a lot of it on Hogan's.
So again, I'm not going to
Lots
get
and
into a
lots of
racing game
Hogan's.
just like I'm not going to get into a sports game, right? Party games. Party games are for people who team up with other people. And
I
go
don't
to
have
parties
friends,
online.
stupid.
You know I can't do that because of my trolls who try to ruin everything.
I don't have friends,
so
stupid.
That sadly is out of the case. So here's the thing. I agree with you. I like multiplayer games of certain genres. The fact is, when you really think about it, has there really been that much variety in multiplayer recently? Not really. Like, for example, they all fit into categories. First-person shooters, and there's two categories, either like the regular team-based competitive multiplayer games like Call of Duty, or the team-based small team battle royale survival games like Apex Legends.
Gotta go
right?
take care of
Outside
something
that, they're
downstairs.
pretty much all the same. Doesn't
I'll be
matter
right
if like
back.
Call of Duty, X Defiant, whatever. They're all the same fucking thing. Doesn't really matter, right? So I played Call of Duty. That's my FPS game for the year, right? Fighting games. Well, we already know about that. I covered those, right? Well, what about, like Helldivers 2? Well, I did play Helldivers 2 for about a month. I got bored. There's really nothing to do in the
God.
game. You get to a point
There's
where
plenty
you hit a
to do in
certain
the
level,
game.
it's kind of repetitive and boring, and I gave it a shot. I did enjoy it for when I played it. We all got bored of it. When they have new content and or people tell me, hey, go back because something interesting's happening, I will. But right now, I just don't see the point when there's really, it's the same thing over and over, right? Okay. But if ever they do bring back variety multiplayer, remember back in the day they used to have things such as Assassin's Creed having multiplayer and it was like a unique assassination mode, or Last of Us having a full sneak survival team-based mode, or you know what I mean? I think the problem is there just aren't enough games doing unique multiplayer. They all just fit into these categories of exactly the samey shit, and that's why I'm not really too interested in playing too much of it. Whenever they do change that kind of stuff and do more innovative stuff, I'd be all over it. They just don't do that. These game developers don't think outside the box or try to do anything new or different. Instead, it's kind of the same shit. Now, I will say this. I have a mini PC. It's functional. I could play more indie games. If you guys are aware of unique and interesting multiplayer indie games that you think would be good for me to check out, I can do that. All right? I now have the ability to do that, right? So please share with me that knowledge, because I don't know what kind of games you guys would be looking for me to play that are outside of that normal radar that I have.
All right, I'm back.
There you go. Okay. Yes, Assassin's Creed multiplayer started with Assassin's Creed 2, and it carried over into various different games after that. I just watched an episode of DSP vs. the Internet. You took a mental age quiz. I found it pretty fun to play along and compare my results with yours. I'm sure the live chat played along during the stream and had fun too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they
videos
played
like
along.
that could be a great submission theme one week. It would make the show that much more interactive and fun, especially if members submit videos of different types of quizzes. So here's the thing. I like that idea, but an entire week of quizzes would not work. If you get like 1 or 2 a week and we do different quizzes at different times during the show, that's great. But if I said, all right, guys, it's quiz week. Everyone submit quizzes. The show is going to be too repetitive, right?
Oh my
It's
God.
insane. I think the one of the aspects of DSP versus the Internet that works best is that you never know what you're going to see.
You know
You
exactly
get
what you're gonna
a
see.
video about a
Slayer
cartoon,
submissions, food videos,
documentary about, I don't
and
know,
politics that you fence it on.
fast food, right? And then you could get a travel video about somewhere
Singapore.
in the world you don't even know about. Then you could get a comedy skit. And it's good to jump
Comedy
around and
from
have that
like
kind of
9
variety
years
and fun
ago
in
from a
life.
channel
About
with
the show, it
like
keeps it interesting. If
30
we had
viewers.
themed weeks where every clip was submitted around the same theme, it's going to get kind of boring. Like even during the holidays, if you remember, during Halloween month, I said, hey, it's October, submit horror. And we had a lot of horror and it worked, but at the same time, we also had other things to off balance and off
This is
put all
brutal,
that
man.
horror. During Christmas, we had a bunch of Christmas themed videos, and that was super fun. But we also had other things to off put that too, because I didn't have a strict criteria. So I think I can make suggestions, but I think that's the best I can do is to suggest, hey, this week, please submit clips of this style because, hey,
That's a
this is
suggestion
this.
in
So
his
today, I
idea.
think we have at least 1 or 2
Hey,
clips that are
give me
Father's Day
clips.
related, which is nice. 'cause
That's a
Father's Day in the
suggestion.
USA. Okay. So listen to this. Now keep in mind, this comment was over 2 months ago. All right? Fair enough. It was over 2 months ago. Let's see what they had to say, because things obviously have continued since the 2 months ago, but let's see what they had to say over
What?
2 months ago.
What?
After last night when you did the react to Bully. So they're talking about I did a retro react stream.
He's
for my
reading a
original Bully
2-month-old
playthrough
comment.
from 2013 over on my DSP Throwback channel. It was only one stream, lasted about 2 hours. Admittedly, it started off fun, but about an hour in, it got boring. And by the end, I determined it was not a good game to continue to do the react to, so we didn't continue it. It's just the one night, that was it.
Oh, suggestion box.
In my honest opinion, as a fan of your newer content, I think that you should drop retro react stuff. It's not cringy as I hoped. It's uncomfortable to watch.
What's up, Cucumber?
Even if it is older commentary from you, and it serves for trolls to get more stuff to use against you. I don't mean this in a negative way, to say your content is bad, but this is a way to tell me that old Phil is a problem for new Phil.
What?
I will say that, having been doing the retro react stuff now since, what, January, February we started? And I do it almost every week. I mean, I do it weekly now, and at first I wasn't doing it. Now we're doing it weekly, correct?
Correct. Correct.
The old
Sound
commentary
good?
style that I used to do was completely uncontrolled, right? Completely 100% uncontrolled, right? It was me essentially saying whatever I wanted,
Thing
whatever I could,
whatever I
to
wanted.
try to get a rise out of my audience.
No, that's
whether
not. That's
good or
not
bad,
why. That's
right?
not why.
There was racial stuff.
Yeah,
there was
that
sexual
was you.
stuff,
That was
there
you.
Was very, very insensitive stuff.
It was
that
you.
said in that commentary.
Dropping
Time,
fag this
people
and
didn't find
fag
it
that. That
offensive.
was you.
They found it funny.
That was you.
They thought that
Literally
Phil was always
you.
joking, which is true. That shit is not serious. Do you really think that constantly I'm a kind of guy
Never.
that walks around saying sexual things to people around me?
Oh my
commenting
God.
On race and shit? No, of course not.
Hitting on
Just think that we're
sexual
completely
people.
Over-exaggerated for the old style of commentary. Okay, today you find stuff incredibly inappropriate, Back then, absolutely no one found it inappropriate. They
Oh
just
yeah, it
found
was never
Some
appropriate
people
to
found it cringy
call
and
black guys
criticized
the
it. Some people
N-word
found it
and
funny,
call
but no
gay
one was saying
guys
it's so
hard
awfully
F sharps.
cancel culture or get them out of here shit, right?
Cancel culture.
Okay. So,
So,
going back and watching my stuff in the frame of
Autism
reference of
ticks, man.
today, it's
Autism
very
ticks.
cringeworthy. Yeah, I'm playing a game about a bunch of kids at a boarding school, and I'm making stupid sexualized comments sometimes. And it's like, what am I doing that for? I'm an adult making sexualized comments about younger kids. Like, that's fucking gross, right? And I get that now.
That's how you got
but again,
Derek
back then,
involved.
that's literally all I did. That was my commentary, right? Now, here's the thing. You're like...
that was
so
his entire
basically,
commentary
I
style.
should not do retro reacts ever again because it's
Whoa.
exposing old Phil and making it
Whoa.
a problem for new Phil.
Whoa.
Well, I have something to tell you.
Whoa.
Okay? This may be a shocking twist. These videos have been live for like 10 to 15 years. All right?
Mm-hmm.
These videos didn't just materialize randomly yesterday. They're live. Right?
Could
These
be.
are not, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing.
Is
If
he
you
not aware
run
that
from your past
people can dig up
and
your
essentially
past?
deny it, that is far worse
Yes,
than
master.
saying, I acknowledge it happened.
Yeah, I was a little
Today,
racist.
I'm
Yeah, I was a
better
little
person, I'm a smarter
homophobic.
person,
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
kind
wiser
of told
person. I know
the
that that
Jews
stuff
that they
isn't
should be
right to do anymore,
exterminated.
and I won't do it anymore.
Yeah, so
and then
what?
actually adhering to that.
So what?
You know what I'm saying? Like, to say,
That's
oh,
old
the past
me.
doesn't exist.
That was like
Let me shut
7
down
years
all my
ago.
old
That was old
playthroughs,
me.
private them all, say that Phil isn't me, but then no one can ever watch them
Now,
or reference them. That's far worse than
Is
just
it?
saying, my God, here it is. Let's cringe at it together, admit it's wrong, and move on.
You sure
right?
about that?
So that's the thing.
You sure
Why
about that?
was the bully playthrough so much fun in 2013 and everyone loved it, but now we watch it in 2024 and we're bored within an hour? Because times have changed. Back then, people loved that shit. Today, almost no one loves that shit. See the difference? So, but we acknowledge it and we
I
move on.
don't see the difference,
Rather
no.
than saying, "Oh, this didn't happen. This is, you know." No, you don't do that.
In your
So-
case, Phil, you should probably
No, I
deny,
mean, I
deny,
understand what you're
deny.
saying.
You should
In this
probably
particular
deny,
case with
deny,
the bully
deny.
playthrough, I admit it's actually probably one of the ones that's not very stomachable.
Stomachable.
Today, right? It actually like, oh, why is he doing this?
It's
dumb
not very
commentary? It's terrible, right?
stomachable.
So then we move on and we go to another one. We go watch The Walking Dead instead. We go watch a fun co-op playthrough of the Olympics. We go watch Rise of Nightmares, and now it's funny again, right? But you don't hide from your past. You don't pretend.
Oh, those
like
are
it never
coming,
happened.
Cucumber. Just
You
wait till
don't
DSP
erase
Politics
it. A lot of
drops.
people do, I'm gonna erase all the things that I did back in the day, right? No, you don't do that. Okay.
proceed.
There you go.
There you go. What?
Someone wrote an insanely huge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraph post, and essentially all they said in it was, "Hey,
You
when
didn't
do
read it.
Your recap segment of your podcast.
You didn't read it.
You're basically hurting your views on your videos.
There's
the day
no
before.
way he
You're
read
telling
that
people you did
paragraph.
them and they won't check them out.
There's no way he's gonna say,
I
"Oh,
think the opposite.
there's
I don't
8
think
paragraphs
every single
and
person
what it says is
who
this."
watches
There's
my
no way
content
he didn't read
has
it.
time to watch every piece of content.
He didn't read
perhaps
shit.
there's Someone who comes
But he's
by
gonna
and
take a
hangs
minute
out
to comment on
and
it.
watches me
The
play,
fact
or
that it's a
watches me
long
play one
comment
game, and
and
that's
that
it. That's all
his
you have time for.
summary
Or maybe
is
you're
just
someone who every once
completely
in a while
fucking
just has time to come
regarded.
Check out the podcast because that's all you have time for daily. But what if you're not aware what's going on with my other videos and you watch the podcast? You're like, oh, wait a minute. So you did that yesterday? Ooh, that piques my interest. I'm gonna go check that out now because you told me about it, right? That's the purpose of me recapping on the podcast. And also, it gives me a good opportunity to kind of summarize and give my thoughts that maybe I couldn't concisely give during a 2 to 3 hour stream. Instead, in a 2-3 minute segment of the show, I can tell you, hey, here's what happened. Here's my overall thoughts. It's a good way to do it, right? I really don't think there's someone who comes to my podcast, listens to the recap segments of what I did the day before, and says, "Wow, that was great. I'm so glad that Phil did that yesterday." And
That's
told me
right.
all about it,
Nobody
so now
says
I don't have
that.
to watch any of the videos.
Nobody says that because nobody wants to watch your shit.
I don't think that. And then, of course, I mean, you can say the same thing with the Daily Wrap, but people said they really appreciate the Daily Wrap because then they know the content that's in the videos.
A lot of
and they can
people,
go check it out. What you don't
a
understand.
lot of
is this.
people appreciate the Daily Wrap.
The overall amount of people checking out each individual video isn't a big deal on YouTube. It's actually engagement.
It's not?
What that means is when you watch the video, you're watching it for a lengthy period of time for the point where it counts as a view, an engagement view.
What?
And the fact that you're watching for that amount of time, it counts as ad revenue for an ad.
Oh, it counts for ads.
Like
It counts for money. Oh, right. Right. That's the
Let's say
important
I
thing.
didn't do a daily wrap.
He literally
Alright, so
just said
no
it.
one knows
That's
what
the
content
important
I put
thing.
out today.
If he can
You go
make
to my
ad
channel,
money,
you see a bunch
that's
of
what's
videos, and
important.
You literally click on a video, you watch it for 10 seconds, and I'm not interested. You close it. That doesn't help me at all. It doesn't count as a view. It doesn't give me ad revenue. It does nothing.
It
Right?
doesn't
It's
help me.
artificial. If you go to the Daily Wrap and you
If you
literally
don't
watch
consume
the
my
entirety of the Daily
content,
Wrap to find
You're
out what I
not
did today.
helping the
And if you
cause.
say, I'm not interested in those videos, I got a view on the Daily Wrap. It counted. You see the difference? I'd rather
No.
have people engaged in the content because they're genuinely interested in it and they watch it for a while, rather than, well, I don't know what Phil did today, so I'm just going to click around randomly on all his videos for 5 seconds each till I find something I like, and if there's nothing there in the first 5 seconds, I go away.
Yeah.
It's by doing it the way I'm doing it, it's creating more meaningful engagement.
It's creating meaningful engagement, aka ad revenue.
The recaps on the podcast create the engagement that then may bring people meaningfully over to the other content.
It brings
Literally just getting
people
clicking on each video for 2
meaningfully
seconds,
over
that's
to my
not good
other
for a channel.
content. Meaningfully
I don't know
over.
if you knew that, but yeah, YouTube
Brought
works in a
over
weird way.
style.
A view is not just a view on YouTube. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. The way they do
What's
stuff
with the
is very
bug
odd with their
eyes?
algorithms. Okay.
What?
Okay.
He's just banning people right now.
This is
Ban,
the one
ban,
talking about
ban.
migrating my PC over,
Ban.
Which we've already talked about. But for those
Ban.
who don't know, because I actually talked about this last night on the Stardew Valley stream. So here's the deal, because this is actually a news update for everybody. Okay, so here's the deal. My PC is now 10 years old officially. This PC right here, I think I bought it in June, July of 2014.
Are we gonna get gold dust?
There's a lot of things that are starting to go wrong with it. One of
We're
the
about to
hard
get some
drives
gold
has a
dust?
bad sector. I don't know where it is, but frequently I get a corrupted video, and then I get another corrupted video the next day, and I get another corrupted video the next day. Then all of a sudden it goes away. But it's frustrating that every month or so I ended up with like a few days stretch of corrupted videos. Okay, half the fans on the PC case are dying. They've now reached their age limit of 10 years, right? So all this means is that gradually more and more is going to continue to go wrong with this PC now that it's reached this 10-year age limit, correct?
Why?
So that being said,
Why would the actual literal age of the machine have anything to
I
do with it?
know it's time to upgrade. It's time that I kind of stop using this PC. And I
Now
gotta do
is
something
time.
else, correct?
Now.
However, in the last few years, I kept trying to get to a point where I could get a new PC, and I just keep hitting roadblocks. First of all, 2 years ago, we sat down and we created a list of components,
Oh my
right,
god, dude.
that I should get and build a PC out of. And when we told it,
I'm not
totaled it
missing
up,
the
it was around
whites. I'm just not
$2,000
counting
or
them
more.
because they were
Some
disgusting.
people even suggested get the higher end stuff to future-proof. But what's happened is in the last couple of years, the prices on components go like this. Sometimes they're high, sometimes they're low, sometimes they're high, sometimes they're low. So it's not even sure when to buy. I think at one point someone said I could have got the same PC for like $1,300, and now the prices are skyrocketing again, apparently. So
He
I can't
doesn't
really do
know-
much about that. That's just the
He
weird
doesn't
market
know
for
that
PC
they're actually
components at this
skyrocketing. He
point.
doesn't know
Okay?
what the actual price is. He's just making an assumption
So
based
now-
off what one person told him.
Right? I'm in a situation
Now,
the last 2 years,
right?
I keep looking for opportunities when maybe I could do it. And there's been a couple opportunities. Last year was just absolutely
Dents
fucking
offered
ridiculous.
you fucking computers and you
Okay.
refused them because
Last
you're a
year,
stupid
within-
bitch.
Within a few months span, just so everyone knows, I had some things going on behind the scenes, like health issues and other things that cost me
He
a lot
had
of
health
money.
issues.
You guys don't know
What?
about them. It's none of your business. It's not something that's
You
publicly
see, he's
available.
lying so
But I had
bad,
things
man.
That cost me a lot of money out of nowhere.
He's lying so bad.
unexpected. It sucks, but it's life.
Cat? Fat cat?
My
Is that what you're
tire
talking
got
about?
stolen off of my car.
No, it
That,
didn't.
No lie, cost me around $600+.
It no,
'Cause it was
you
not
said
just
it was
the tire, but the whole
1,000.
Wheel assembly I had to replace. I had to
Didn't you
replace
say it was
in a quick
$1,000
time
bucks?
frame because my wife had to get to work.
Now
and
it's
stuff.
600.
So it was a fucking stupid nightmare. Right?
Why do you have to
Then
pay for it? Why
my
don't
waste
doesn't your
disposal in
wife
my
pay
sink
for it?
Broke, and I need
Why doesn't
that
your
because we
insurance
don't have
cover
a lot
it?
of trash removal here. I need that every day to get.
Why
rid of
don't you have a
food waste and
working
stuff. So I had to dump
house?
a lot of money on that.
Nothing works in your
essentially,
goddamn
I'm not even
house.
kidding you. Within like a 6-month time frame, when I looked like I was gonna have money, I dropped thousands of dollars on unexpected.
2
shit
years
that I
ago,
had no
somebody
idea was
offered
going
him
to
a
happen,
computer.
Okay.
He's talking about this in the last 6 months.
At this point, I'm sorry, but I'm tired of like thinking that I'm gonna get into a lucky streak where things aren't gonna go bad. It seems like no matter what, this keeps
lucky
happening.
streak.
It's now been years that I've been waiting to say, I'm gonna get a new PC, I'm gonna get a new PC, and I just can't do it. Now, some people have suggested, hey, why don't I do a fundraiser? Why don't I do a special marathon event? The whole
No
idea
way.
is to raise money to
No
buy
way.
a new PC.
Oh my
I could
god.
very well do that. And I'll even tell you as much right now. I genuinely feel 100% that if I did that, that my viewers and supporters would come out and force and support it. I believe
Oh
that
my
because
God.
you guys are amazing. You guys are so supportive and helpful every time like this. You guys help so much. I guarantee
Imagine saying
you
that
guys would
with
do
a
that
straight
for me.
face.
I know that. But
If I asked you
also know
guys for
guys aren't
$1,000,
rich,
I know you guys
you
would give me
know? So what
$1,000.
would end up happening? at least
Imagine
I
saying
feel,
that
is
with a
this.
straight face.
I would do the marathon. People would support it.
What's going
I
on?
would get enough money for a PC. And then here's what would happen. The entire next month, all of my streams would be slow and low on income because you guys basically
Oh,
were
you
being
guys give me
generous
my
to
money
support
early,
the
so
PC fund.
you can't give me
see?
money later. That's
So,
dumb.
That's the deal. Like, I feel like
This
I-
guy
I-
is
you know what they say? You
shamelessly
can't
stupid.
you can't get blood out of a rock or something like that. There's a saying like
Squeeze
that, right?
blood out of
And I
a
feel like
rock?
that's what it is. Like, basically, if I keep the path I'm going,
Does he not understand
I
how
can't
insulting
ask
that
you guys
is?
for anymore. But I keep getting into situations where I've been waiting. Okay, maybe now I'll save up and have enough. Maybe now I'll
He's
save up and have enough. And then all that money
squeezing
keeps
blood out
happening from other
of
shit
rocks,
that
so
comes
he's
out of nowhere.
squeezing,
Alright?
exerting
So right now,
insane
I've
efforts
come to the point
on his
where
dents
I don't
to
think I
get
can really
money.
wait much longer. As I said, this PC is
He
starting
says
to
he
have
can't do
daily
it
issues.
anymore. I can't
And now
squeeze
as a
any more
fan,
blood out of this
so on my
rock.
processor, there's a giant heatsink and two fans.
Oh
One
my
of the fans
God.
died. The
Oh
other fan is
my
so fucking loud
fucking
that if I don't have
God.
my air conditioner on, I just hear it all day. I'm like, what the fuck?
You could fix
So
it.
obviously, we're at a point where this is it's at its ends here, right? So here's what we're gonna do. I've decided. I sat down. I talked with my
No,
wife
no,
about it.
that's part of the bag.
Basically over this summer when there's a big dead time, no games. It's basically
Yeah,
all of
he says he's
July
gonna call his
and the
dad
whole
later,
first 3 weeks
so
of
we know he's
August.
not.
There's like nothing going on with
He doesn't
games.
have time to
It's
call his
dead,
dad. He has
okay?
to eat
Once you
and
get
order
to like Black
DoorDash.
Myth Wukong and games like that, then all of a sudden it picks up for August, September, October, gets exciting.
There you go.
During that lower time, all right, I am going to migrate my setup from my 10-year-old PC to my wife's PC that sits in that room over there completely unused. That PC has been sitting there now for several years, basically never used. When my wife first moved in with me, she was an avid PC gamer. She played games like
So he's
Overwatch
gonna
and a couple
take
other things
over
on
her
there she
gaming
really liked.
rig?
But since then, she's migrated to console. She absolutely loves the Xbox Series S, and she's talking about getting long-term a PS5. She plays games in the living room. It's a better setup in the living room, by the way, than sitting there at the PC playing all day.
Just
So that PC is just sitting there unused.
hand
That
her
PC is
over
a
your
2017
PS5.
PC,
What?
So it's at least 3
Why do you need to
years
get
more
a second
modern than this
PS?
one
Why do
was.
they need two
It has Windows
consoles
10.
of
I
every
believe it has
kind? What?
USB 3.1. It
Two
basically has better
Xboxes,
components.
two
Now,
PS5s,
exactly
two Switches,
what
two
is
computers.
in there, I don't know yet. What I'm
What?
gonna do is once we get
What?
basically once we get through this right now, this big chunk of stuff that we're doing, right? Because
What's
right
up,
now we
Mented?
have The Wakes That Eat, the Elden Ring DLC, right? Then we have
And there we go.
Bison and Street Fighter 6, correct? We got all that
Correct.
stuff to get through,
Snort.
right? And then once we get through all of that stuff, all right, then once we get to the slower times of the summer, maybe mid to late July into early August, I'm going to set a time frame that I'm going to do a migration.
A
I'm gonna migrate
migration.
all my
Are you
shit,
ready?
My setup from this PC to her PC. Likely I'll have two PCs sitting
This
in here for a few
PC
days
to
and I do
her
this
PC.
migration, switching back and forth between. I got to do a big backup of all my settings in OBS and load it into the new one. I got to migrate all my file systems over. I got to get all the components have to start working with this
What?
new PC. All right, and
Components?
since the new PC undoubtedly is gonna be stronger than mine. Maybe I could actually eventually do better stuff. Could I actually do even better quality in my videos and stream? Yes, maybe. Could I do other things? I don't know. It depends. We won't know until we migrate over.
The quality
truth
of
is,
the
just
video has
having a
nothing to
modern
do with the
operating
quality of
system
the content.
right out of the
but
box,
don't tell that to
I'm
Phil.
going to be able to do things like use the Steam Deck
So,
that I have had,
you're
excuse
not
me, the
upset
Stream
about
Deck
me killing
that
you
I've
that
had
one
donated
time?
by a fan. A fan donated that out of the blue without asking. I didn't even know what it was. They just
Are you
sent it to me
excited
like
to
2+
hear
years ago.
Phil's
Here, have a
sound
Stream
effects?
Deck. Okay.
Knowing
I looked
he
at it, I
had
was
that
like, this looks
little
amazing. Buttons
sound
right here,
box.
I can push buttons and have it jump around and do cool stuff. That's neat. Oh, only works with Windows 10 and above, so I can't use it with my PC, and it's sat in its box.
It's been begging
unused
pretty
for
much
years,
this whole time.
right? Just shit like that, right? So that's gonna be neat. That over the summer, it really is looking like we're gonna have this project. Where
Yeah,
maybe
like it's
for
an
a
obvious
week,
thing.
the streams are going to be a little bit more sporadic because I'm going to be doing time migrating over to a new PC.
He's gonna
doing all
need
this work,
weeks
setting it up and stuff like that.
to set up his new
Probably
computer.
have test streams where I actually like, oh, here's my first stream on it. We're going to set it up, try to get the settings working.
Oh my
troubleshoot
god.
Shit that's going wrong. 'cause
Tr-
you know shit's
oh
gonna go
my
wrong.
god.
Half my setup probably ain't going to work.
He's gonna
You have to understand
troubleshoot
something.
his setup
All this
with his
stuff that I've been
dents.
doing is hundreds of files. I have all these
He can
different
already
backgrounds,
picture it. He already
or
knows
orders, I
what's
should
gonna
say,
happen.
all these different,
Some huge
uh,
demonic invasion.
you know, transitions, these fucking,
In time,
you know, the leaderboard stuff. And all
Rapid
that. It's
fire
all different files
transitions?
all over my PC. I have to find where all that shit is, and I
What?
have to find a way to transfer that
we have much work.
from the one PC to the other. Likely what I'm going to do is use external hard drives. I'm going to have to use some of these external hard drives that I used to use to back up my files.
Kinda like,
And I'm going to use that to just toss all those files on
Those
one
ear digs.
and get it
Ugh.
migrated and
Ugh.
loaded right into the hard drive. of the
Ew.
other.
Ew. He went behind,
You know,
in,
go
and
from
then
there.
the white
Also,
on
there's
the
whole
pants.
idea that I don't know the hard drive system of my wife's PC, so I don't know if there's like a separate
Oop.
hard drive with good storage to store files on, like my videos and shit. I don't know. I don't even know. I have to look. I have to
Gross,
boot
man.
that thing up,
Nasty.
get logged into it, do a good reading of all the stats, right? Try to figure it all out, and go from there. I may have to actually
Second phase
uh,
is to actually summon the
do
demon
some
lord
upgrades or
who
I
will
don't know,
start the
but
invasion.
definitely using that PC is a good idea. Number one,
So where are we
I'll have a
going
more
now?
modern PC running on a modern operating system. It immediately solves a lot of problems. I can update all my shit and everything, right? Which I haven't been able to do on this PC in ages.
Maintain a functional
Likely
game.
better capturing and all of that, right? And being able to use more modernized things. I'll be able to use the Stream Deck and things like that. Lady Charisma just said, if it has an NVIDIA GPU, you
That's
can use
not a lady,
NVIDIA
brother.
CNC encoding, which
That
the
is
GPU
not a
to encode
lady.
the Stream. You could have even higher quality and use NVIDIA broadcast for more improvements. Exactly. Like, I don't know what's in there. Won't know till I actually get in there and I take a look at all the stats. But I think that's a better option than me sitting around like an idiot. Well, maybe this will be the year that a bunch of random shit doesn't come up and I have money to finally buy a new PC. I mean, it's been 3 straight years where I've been waiting.
Look at the siege mode on
It
this.
still hasn't happened. At this point, I think I'd be an ignorant idiot to think that. So this will be the year with their magic rainbow will lead to the pot of gold, and the fucking leprechaun will come out covered in 4-leaf clovers, riding a unicorn, saying, "Hey Phil, here's some money for a PC." Right? Like it just hasn't happened.
My fate is sealed.
Right? So I don't think it's going to happen. All right? So I think it's time.
I will.
He's
Now, here's the
really
thing.
like
Once I'm using
slighting
a
the
different PC,
fact that
now
he
we're in
didn't
whole
get a
different world. We can now
giant
see
like
what is
$2,000
available, what is
computer
viable
given
for
to
certain
him.
various different
Given to him.
PC gaming.
He's angry about it.
among other things. I don't know, right? But I just need to get off this PC. Not to say that this PC is dying and it's on its last legs. It looks like it's about to explode. That's not the case. But it's definitely got things going wrong.
That's
with
what you make it sound like, dude. You make it sound like you're fucking
saying?
the world's like.
Okay. I know. Dapian says crazy in
Wait,
3
what am I doing?
years. In 3 years, there
Like
hasn't
the
been enough
world's
time to be able to
pettiest
save up.
beggar.
Life is mental. I'm not kidding you. I keep being in a position where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have this extra money. We're gonna be able to do it, and then something happens. It's happened like 10 times. It's fucking ridiculous at this point, you know. And every time it's like, all right, we're gonna
The
get
stakes
past this
here
one. We're gonna
are
get past this one. Don't
actually tofu
Is it magical?
worry. Then it's on to the next bullshit thing. You
and
you
the
guys
blood
know about half of them.
that comes
That's
out when
all
you
I'm saying.
squeeze it.
Like,
That's
all the things
period
you know
blood.
about, you know about the tire. You know about the waste disposal. Now just double that,
do they fit
right?
into all
And each
this?
one of those occurrences is like
Not
a
human.
$500+ occurrence.
Period blood.
Essentially.
Pig.
Just
pee.
multiply that by
Period
2 to
blood.
3, and you'll know exactly what I actually go through here in my life.
Swine.
It's insane the amount of shit that I go through. But it's
It's
life.
insane
You're
having
an
to
adult,
listen
you
to
gotta
him.
face this shit. You know, it's gonna happen. But it just sucks that it's preventing me from getting to the next level of my content.
Sorry, man.
I can't. I'm still running on outdated shit, right? Like right now, my preview window of my OBS is choppy as shit.
Who
Now, I know
cares?
my video and stream don't chop, but the preview window is choppy.
Who cares
for
if it's
literally
choppy?
No reason. It's
There's no
probably my
reason-
PC
who
setup,
cares?
Right? Like it's outdated. You know, I'm only using 36% of my CPU.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
is my
using
video setup choppy in
0.1
OBS right now?
of my CPU right now.
And I say to you
0.1.
guys,
He's using
hey,
6.
is everything okay with the stream?
He's not even playing a game.
Because it just looks so choppy. And you guys are like, yeah, everything's fine. I'm like, well, I wish I could see that on my own fucking setup, but I can't. It looks like shit.
This is more like it.
He's actually insufferable.
So anyway, yeah, so this is coming, inevitable, over the course of this summer. Probably
Summer.
late July into early August.
Summer.
There'll be some time when I'm not going to be able to do as regular streaming. Instead, I'm going to be doing this big migration from this PC.
He knows we're in
to
June,
Cat's
right?
PC. We'll see what what I'm going to do one day is go in there, boot it up, log in, do all the stats, like record all the stats of all the hardware. Here's the hardware. Let's see what capabilities possibly I could actually do with this sucker, right?
What?
Then it's going to be a matter of
Research complete.
getting it over here, getting it working, and there's this big file migration, right? It's going to be a pain, but I got to at this point.
I'm so confused.
I can't be using the same hardware for so long. I mean, it's going to be seriously. We should have like a fucking salute funeral. Press F to pay respects for this PC. This is absolutely
Press F.
positively.
Oh yeah. People in his chat are putting in 07. He's like, what the
I've
fuck
ever
you mean
used a PC in
07?
my life.
Fuck you, troll. Get
I've
banned.
never had a PC for 10 years that I've used. That's insane. I've never. Just think about that. Back in the day, every few years you need to upgrade or use a new PC.
It's insane,
You
man.
used a PC for 10 years for work. 10 years straight. You tell me that you used a piece of equipment 10 years straight for your job and you never had to fucking upgrade it? Any piece of equipment. That's just wild
That's you, man.
that I was able to do that with this PC.
That's
Just
not
hilarious.
an
The day I bought it, I was
accomplishment.
told it was a lemon. No, this is actually the best PC I've ever had, by far. I'm so happy with its performance and the way that it worked for 10 years. It's sad that now I've got
I mean,
to
technically
on,
you're
but,
right,
you know,
Toxic.
You got to at some point. You got to move on, right?
Slap.
So, that's right. Fancy. We're going to have a big funeral. We're going to have a party. The funeral send-off for Phil's 10-year beast of a PC that now has to go away. On to the future, right? It's funny, too, because, like, Cat's PC looks way better than this one. It's just got, like, a nice case and everything to it. Like, it's fancy
It's
looking.
so nice. It's got lights on
It's
it.
just so sleek and nice compared to mine.
It's so
Mine's just like this big
sleek and
black
nice.
fucking box that looks
And
like
mine's just
shit.
ugly.
It just the day. Remember that case? The only reason I bought that case is because it was the one that everything that I wanted would fit in it. That's the only reason. Like I don't like that case. That case is just a big black fucking.
That case is 3 feet high, my dude.
It's ugly as shit.
It's massive.
So anyway,
It is
Think you'll go
huge.
with
It was
Hellcat.
big
Okay,
for even
so
back in the day when the
I
PC
guess we got
cases
an
were all
shout-outs.
like
It's already
massive.
12:24. Holy shit! I didn't realize how late it was. So let's jump
Late?
into this. Now, one thing, guys, keep in mind today's React Day. Any contributions I get right now on this podcast count towards the React show, and my goal is to get $50 of tips by the end of that show. So if you support this podcast right now, you're helping me out on my first stream, and you're taking a
Oh
lot of
my
the pressure
God.
off of
Oh
that
my
show.
God, listen
Sit
to
there and
this.
have the clips and-
You're gonna take pressure off if you tip me
Some days for
now.
the reaction, we
So,
get tons of support,
sound
and other days we
good?
get almost none. So,
I don't have
it's great
tips, guys.
to
What's
get
going
support
on?
Now out of the way, if possible, if you like.
If you want to give me money, give me money now. You like me,
Okay.
right? You don't want me to kill myself, right?
So,
Give me money. Sound good? Okay. Sound
Kevin,
good.
we have this membership for 25 months this morning. Said Happy Father's Day. Hope you and your family have a good day. Thank you, Kevin. You as well.
Don't say Happy
Luke
Father's Day to
Super Chat says,
Phil.
If you play Omori, I'd support it as much as I can. One of the greatest indie RPGs since Undertale. I've never heard of it.
God.
Someone mentioned it. Was it you?
This is
I remember
insane.
the name is familiar, but no one has ever really mentioned it since then.
And
so,
you're completely fine, Batman.
I'm not sure if
I was
don't even know what it
blazing
is.
before, and I'm
Roman
probably gonna
Victor,
blaze again
6
because
months as
this
a member
is
says love your podcast. Thank you, Roman
this is
Victor.
insane.
Appreciate that. Abdullah did a super chat and says, "What's up, DSP? I'm at work right now in a police patrol vehicle, watching you on my phone. I'm currently on the night shift.
I hope you got him
Well,
a
I hope
nice
that you,
fat turd in his
have a good
coffee.
shift tonight, a safe one. Wish you the best, and I'm glad that you enjoy the show."
He's a cat dad, dude. Sound good?
Gustavo just did a super chat. Would you do co-op streams with loyal viewers? I've already explained many times
No.
about this. I'm not really going
No.
to go into detail about it again.
Of course not.
Sadly,
You're
whenever
stupid
I
for
try to do
asking.
something online, it's ruined by trolls.
Yeah,
I used
so
to actually
shut up.
regularly do
Don't
multiplayer
ask.
with my viewers. I actually had an entire
Don't
event set around
fucking
this at the end of the
ask.
year,
Okay?
where I would do,
Sound good? Give me money though.
what would I call it? It was fan
Fan jerk off.
appreciation. It was like a fan appreciation week.
Fan
Where
jerk
all
off
I did was play
appreciation.
multiplayer with my fans. I took time to stop playing all my ongoing playthroughs and just play multiplayer with fans. It was around Christmas week. And I had to stop doing it.
When did he do
Because
that?
there's so many trolls would just show up and ruin
How
it.
many
They would come,
decades
take a spot,
ago
not
was that?
play, fuck around,
Ass blasted.
then get on mic, say something disgusting, right? And it
Like
was just
Jasper
well,
ass blasting
all
your
I'm
little
doing is
bro.
Giving a new,
That's
a
disgusting.
new
Okay.
opportunity for these trolls to get
Sounds good.
attention and or to try to ruin something for someone who genuinely wants to participate.
Oh
and
my
I'm not going to give them that opportunity. I would much rather not have the multiplayer at all than have it and have it be ruined by them. And
Of
then
course,
everyone's disappointed.
he wouldn't.
Better to not.
He
have
would
it than just to
rather
be
not.
disappointed with how
Just,
it turned out.
you know, he'd rather not do it.
So that's been always my mentality. You know, I mean, the times that I did, for example, last year, I did do fan lobbies in Street Fighter 6. Yes, trolls showed up, and I fucking spanked them all. Like, there were nights when I was just rotating, going around, and the trolls were so stupid with their
Spanking
insulting
them.
names and shit, and I was just completely demolish them.
Yeah, I
with fucking
remember
lobby.
people mocking your
And
wife
then what
and you
ended up
just
happening
taking it
was,
because you're a
People
bitch.
complained that it was too boring. Like, why is he doing this? We want ranked gameplay because when he plays these.
But when he
fucking
plays
suck
casual,
and he
that's
just
completely
beats their
fine.
ass, and it's not fun anymore.
But when he plays
So
casual,
basically, I
that's
was like,
completely
well,
fine, right? Right,
There's
Phil?
really no point
Right?
to doing those lobbies anymore.
If anybody asks you for casual
Because people are saying they're not
or
enjoying
gives you
them,
shit
I'll
for
go back
playing
to doing
casual,
the
they're
grind and
mouth drooling
rank and everything,
fucks.
and I did.
But
So
if they're
I
giving
tried
you
it,
shit
it
for
worked.
playing
Other games when I try it, it doesn't work.
against
So
viewers,
no,
they're
I have no
completely
plans on
right.
doing that stuff. Maximum Turbo just did a super chat. What's your plan for you and Jordan and joint custody of the channel? You know what's funny is that AI. has
Jordan
not come
is-
back. You
is
noticed that, right?
OIC,
It hasn't come
right?
Back at all. It just.
he
It
realizes
was there
this
for
is
like
a way
20
for
minutes
OIC
that
to
day,
sneak
laughing how
in,
silly it
right?
was, but it was also fascinating at the same time.
Is he
how
smart enough
sometimes it was pulling the AI
to
somewhere
know
incorrectly,
that,
and
to
other
at
times it
least
was
realize
consistently
that?
wrong, like saying that Jordan was the streamer. That's what it said. The AI actually said Jordan was the streamer of this channel, and we were like, "What? Like, who on earth would have said that Jordan
Oops,
is the
shouldn't
streamer
have
of this
said that.
channel in the chat? It doesn't make any sense." So now, of course, it's becoming a running meme that Jordan is actually my name, or he owns the channel, or something like that, right?
Jordan owns your ass, dude. Jordan literally owns your ass.
I'm sure they'll continue to improve it, and it'll be back. It'll be fun to mess around with.
What's
it.
that
It's a challenge, but
motion?
It hasn't been back in a few
What's
days.
this?
So thank you for that. Okay, now we're moving on to the tips.
The fuck
First tip
was
of the
that?
day is a $2 tip from Lady Charisma.
Oh. Oh, that's coming up, Batman. It's coming in hot, but it's just me screaming. That's the AI recap.
So, funny story. The videos I've sent for this week, I assume you mean for
There's
DSP
like puke
Reacts,
emojis
were meant to be
and me
last week's
screaming.
Videos. YouTube didn't post the comment last week for some reason. I would check to give you some context of the PC video. So that's the video it shows like a bunch of available PCs. Okay, I would check the first 2 tiers of PC. These would be all you need for what you need. Okay, so basically what it is a video with recommendations for a PC similar to what I would need to do my work. Thank you. The player 2 tier would be your ideal one.
It would
You
be.
can do everything you might want to do with it. Okay, we'll take a look at that today. Thank you for suggesting that. And I can confirm, yes, that video is in the playlist. I remember seeing it. I don't know why the videos weren't there yet last week, and I apologize for that, obviously.
Obviously apologize.
I also received this is so idiotic, I'm not even going to read this.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's a troll, and they're trying to get attention, and their comment is so idiotic, it's not even close to being correct, so I'm not going to entertain anything
You
say.
should read it.
There you go. Right into the void, where you belong.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Thanks for the money.
So guys, we still have a little bit of extra time. If anyone wants to tag me in the chat, and we'll do a little bit of Q&A, or if any other contributions come in, that would be greatly appreciated. Keep in mind, all these contributions are counting towards the first stream. So thank you in advance to anyone who supports. Particularly today, like I said, trying to hit 50 bucks in tips by the end of the React show. It would be great to get a head start on that. Thank you to Hair of the Dog for a super chat. Bloomkid just did a super chat. Said, did you ever see Pan's Labyrinth? Yes, I did. Pan's Labyrinth is a fascinating movie until it ends, and the ending, I think, is awful. Right? I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but I actually thought the ending is legitimately, like, bad and not enjoyable. So that's why, overall, I just didn't like the movie. Like, I thought the entire movie till the end was
Wait,
good.
he doesn't want to
And then it
spoil the
ended, I was
movie,
like,
right?
wow, that was fucking shit. So, I haven't even seen it since. I've seen it once, and the ending was so bad, I was like, I don't ever want to see that again.
– 2006.
Congrats on restarting a playthrough of Skyrim. Tyrell, I hope you enjoy it.
So he doesn't want to spoil a movie
Yeah, I have no idea what Cat's PC has.
that
in
came
it.
out
Until I
almost
look at it.
20 years
Well,
ago.
no clue till I give it a look. I mean, literally, I haven't turned it on in ages. I gotta turn it on and hope it works. I can't imagine why it wouldn't, but I gotta turn it on and hope it works, and then take a look at the stats and go from there. But
No,
that-
you can't
I'll probably-
spoil
I'll probably
the
start doing
tits.
that probably sometime
He
in
needs to
July.
keep milking
Once
them.
we get past these very busy weeks coming up of new content.
Roach milk
once we get
goes
through the DLC of
for
Elden Ring and there's some more chill time,
quite a
that's
few
probably
OIC
when I'll
bucks.
ease into working on that.
At least half a dozen OIC bucks.
David Bowie is amazing in it. Yeah.
Yeah, Davy boy.
That's not the same Labyrinth. How dare you say that?
Wait, it's not the same
Do I
movie.
enjoy the Alien movies? Yes. The classics.
They're all good, the Alien movies. You don't
Who's
need to
Cat
specify
playing?
the classics.
Well, check out my podcast from a couple days ago, and I talk about a big segment where we talk about she's been playing Destiny 2, but she's running into some frustrations with it. For
Oh, no,
example,
Fat Cat's
she keeps
frustrated?
Trying different things, and none of them seem to be like she's never played Destiny before. Okay.
Oh, poor Fat
So,
Cat.
For her, this is brand new, but there's no original story. They deleted the original campaign of Destiny 2 from the game. It doesn't exist. The earliest piece of content you can play, I think, is called the Shadowfall DLC, but that's like several seasons into the game. So she started playing later.
I don't
seasons
think
first,
that's
like, she started
correct.
doing, what is it called, the Lightfall or whatever? And she got to a certain point, and it's like, so it's her first time
I
ever
don't
playing Destiny
think that's
2.
correct.
And they've got her in a situation, no respawning, in a room, fighting 2 bosses at once with the other group of enemies as well. And she's like, I'm just learning the basics.
Pick
This
a
is
different
what they have me
mission.
doing.
Pick a different
And I was
mission.
like, yeah, this is kind of stupid. I think the way they design these seasonal DLCs, they just completely assume you've done everything previous.
Shit.
So
Man, she's so fat she could
you're going
probably
in with no
like hardly
experience.
reach the
They
beam.
start you playing the new story, and it's like insane. I said to her,
She
I said,
just
what
sits
they're
on
doing
Jasper to get
you
off.
Is the equivalent of like
Oh,
someone
Jasper.
who's never played
Oh,
a
Jasper.
FromSoft game before. You start playing Elden Ring,
Eh.
and within the first 3
Oh,
hours of
Jasper.
playing, you're fighting Moog the Blood Prince.
Your fur
And you're
feels
just
so
expected to
soft
beat him.
on my
Just do it.
pussy.
Beat him. Go ahead. What do you mean? I don't know what I'm doing yet. Too bad. Fuck you. So that's
What
what
are you
they've done.
fucking-
So now what she's thinking of doing is to going back and playing the earliest content available in the game, which I think is Shadowfall. So she might go back and do that campaign first and see how that goes, you know? It's confusing the way they've lined it up. Essentially, they really have
This
done
is confusing,
it
all
so
right.
that it's great for those who have played the game all along, but if you're just trying to jump into Destiny 2 middle here or late here, because that's 7 years, it's like hard as hell. Like, where do I start? Do I start with the
I don't
latest
blame you,
one? Do I start
Batman.
with one from the middle? Do I go all the way back to the beginning? Am I gonna know everything about the plot? Am I gonna understand all the game mechanics? Because they just
Wait,
keep
you're
changing
here,
shit.
but you're
The
not
game
talking
mechanics
about
have changed
the game?
over the years.
Banned.
Like, I'm watching her play, and I'm like, that
Banned,
wasn't in it when I played.
banned,
That
banned,
wasn't in it when I
banned.
played. It's all this different shit.
Gone.
now, you know,
Forever.
kind of like, eh.
Take your fucking sip, bro.
But yeah, she's still playing through Destiny 2, jumping all around, trying to figure stuff out.
Oh yeah,
And,
cat's
going from
jumping,
there.
alright. Imagine cat jumping. Ooh,
Chicon, what the hell are you
Ooh.
talking about?
that'd be one big earthquake. You say Chi God?
I have no idea.
Wait,
He's
is
putting up
Chi
a
God
quote
in
about
Phil's?
a sale near him in a school district of surplus computer systems. What in the holy hell does it have to do with me? Why are you tagging me?
Because you can get shit for cheap? What?
Anyway.
What the fuck you tagging me? Like I'm gonna
last
buy
thing, if
shit?
You guys would
Are you
like to toss a
stupid?
question my way.
You fucking stupid? You stupid bitch?
No one orders me around.
Earthquake.
This is more
The
like
earth was shaken. The ground was
If I'm looking
quaking.
for a PC, which I already said I don't have money for, which is why I'm going to probably use my wife's, why would I be interested in a surplus computer sale from a school district near someone else?
Because maybe they sell shit online and they have some easy shit that's cheap for sale. I don't know.
That would be like, I'm saying, here we go. Here's one of my famous food analogies.
Oh, no.
Man, I'm really hungry for a gourmet steak.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I said
A
it, right?
steak.
A gourmet steak.
Oh, wow, wow,
But I
wow.
know I
He's so
can't afford a
meta.
gourmet steak. So I'm just
Now
gonna go to my
he's owning the
refrigerator, I'm gonna
jokes
make a ham
because he didn't know
sandwich,
that
right?
steak meant
But
the
then
actual
someone in chat
steaks that he was
posts up
talking
a
about.
link to a place across the country
fucking
where I
dude.
can get a gourmet steak for a little bit cheaper.
Why do you have to say steak? Just say computer parts. Why say
How
steaks
exactly
at
would
all?
that help me? Right? Like,
Why would he even say steaks?
exactly.
He literally just said the same thing but replaced computer parts with steak. This dude is literally fucking insane.
Would I ever blame a viewer for not donating if they don't enjoy content in a certain day? No, in fact, I would
Yes,
argue
you do.
that's exactly the way it should work.
No,
If
what?
you are someone who likes something that some content creator is particularly doing on a given day, right? Like, let's say someone's doing a particular game you love. You come by that day and you decide, I'm specifically going to support during that stream. That's awesome. That's kind of the idea, especially for me. I'm a variety creator, and I know that I do enough variety that there's probably always something for everyone, or hell, if there's not today, wait a day, come back tomorrow, there probably will be, right?
What?
I don't think that...
You really
the
think people that
expectation
don't like
should
Fallout
ever
4
be
and Street
that
Fighter
there's gonna
6
be
are
someone
tuning
who's
into
gonna come
Phil?
back and support a content creator just
For
on
any
the
reason?
sake of like merit that oh, well, you're a hard worker. Here, I'll throw you a tip every day. No, I would say people come and support when there's specifically something going on that they really
You're not
like,
a hard
because that's
worker.
their way of saying thank you for this content.
Oh my
More of it,
god.
please. You know, here's my tip for you.
My
for putting out
tip.
said content.
Here's
Right? I think that's
$50
exactly how
worth
it
of
should
my
work.
money because I was watching you play a video game.
So, if you don't really like the podcast, it's fine. Don't support the podcast. But if you like gameplay,
If you don't like my
support
shit,
the gameplay.
fine.
If you like
Fuck
the
off and
reaction,
die.
Support the reaction.
Sound good?
Right? It's all good.
It's all good.
And by the way, in general, that does help me to figure out certain things people like more than others, correct?
Correct?
If there's a particular game I'm playing, and for some reason people aren't showing up or supporting it at all, that lets me know that that's a game that isn't really working. Let's replace it with something better. If literally every single stream got steady levels of support, it would actually be hard to figure out what people like more than other stuff, correct? Right? So, there you go.
You don't like me? Oh, good. What are you doing here?
The Blim says, I tip
Ban.
you half and half. I'll tip you sometimes in general to support, but I'll also tip more during a FromSoft game or a
Yeah,
horror
the
game.
Blimp's a
There you go.
fucking
And that's
F
much
sharp
appreciated.
anyway.
And I think that that's what people should do.
It's much appreciated because I like your money. Thank you, little blimp.
Correct?
Oh, sorry, little
And it
big
helps
blimp.
me, it helps you.
Big
You
little
are
blimp.
supporting what you like. I'm getting an idea of what you
Whatever,
like
blimp,
more.
man.
Here you go. That goes hand in hand.
I don't give a
I'll
shit.
see
You
on
just
DSP
give me money
React
anyway. Mr. Blimp.
The damned stand ready.
So
For
again,
now.
if you like the podcast, if you like the React stuff,
Oh, he's
please
back to
support those
begging.
streams today. If you're someone who doesn't particularly like
He just zoned out and went back to
you know,
begging.
or
Do you
don't
see
like
that?
React stuff and you don't follow me over there, well, come back tomorrow. I'll be doing gameplay all day.
He literally just zoned out and went back to begging.
You know, I don't know. Lucas says, what's your favorite Guillermo del Toro movie? Off the top of my head, I can't remember them. If you were to name like 10 Guillermo del Toro movies, I'd be like, oh, I've seen those. These are the ones I like and don't. But I can't remember off the top of my head what he's done.
Hellboy. He's done Pan's Labyrinth. He's done a bunch of gore movies. But it's called Google, my friend. If you don't know, you're literally in front of 3 fucking screens right now that are capable of
All right, guys,
giving you
last
the
chance,
answer.
because I do have to get over to the React channel and get the show going.
Last chance.
Absolute last chance if you would like to.
Are you guys gonna
toss me a
miss
question
this
or get a shout out or
opportunity
anything like
to
that.
give him money?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
My God, we're not getting married, dude. What the flying fuck?
Do
What?
I like to barbecue? I personally have never barbecued.
Of course he hasn't.
Do I like
42 years
barbecue?
old and he's never
Yes.
barbecued.
Have I ever barbecued myself? No, I don't own a grill.
Doesn't even own a grill. Doesn't
Have I ever bought or worn a
even
raccoon hat? No.
own
I don't know why you would ask
a
that.
grill.
No, I have not. Lilico, you're gonna come by tonight? That sounds good. On the late stream?
Oh my God.
Our forces are under attack.
Ooh.
This is fucking wild.
Oh shit. Almost knocked my mouse right off the table.
I almost knocked something over.
AI chat summary is on again. Is it really? Hold on. Reload.
Tread lightly.
It is. It's back.
So,
People are saying goodbye to Derek, who is leaving the stream. Others are reacting to DSP's content, asking questions, and discussing past streams. It turned on again.
it starts
When did this
off with a
happen?
Derek quote. It
Why did
starts
oh man, why'd I have
off
to turn on now? Because
with
now
a
we're
hard
going to the other
Derek
channel.
reference.
Shit, that would have been awesome if this was like a half an hour ago.
That's awesome.
Why'd they turn it on now? Shit. Damn.
Damn, that's good.
Because I gotta go. Oh, by the way, I just received.
Damn, I gotta go. By the way, I've just received a very generous.
$20 tip. Someone says, thank you for your streams. Please leave me as anonymous. I shall. Thank you very much to an anonymous $20 tipper. That is very much appreciated. First animation of the day for a tip. Thank you, anonymous $20 tipper. That's a good head start for the React show.
It's
so
a
I
good
appreciate
head
that.
start. It's a good start.
Excuse me.
Get that ball rolling.
Great.
Fuck.
All right, guys.
Is he gonna say it again? Last chance?
Ask the AI who's streaming today. It said DSP Gaming was streaming. People are saying goodbye to Derek, reacting to the streamer's content, asking him questions, the streamer's interacting with viewers, answering questions, and saying goodbye. There you go. That's what it
Look,
says.
he's right happy.
But I gotta go. I wonder if this will be on the React channel, right? Let's find out. All right, guys, I gotta go. Thank you all. Great podcast today. If only this AI had popped up a little earlier, I would have appreciated that, but what are you gonna do?
I would have
Thank you
appreciated
for
that.
watching. By the way, only a few days until summer here in the United States, FYI. We're almost in summertime. So the stream's going to go down. You're going to see a pop-up that says head over to DSP Reacts. Please do so. I will join you over there shortly. We'll get the stream rolling. And it's time for DSP versus the Internet. It should be a very fun time. Thank
Yeah,
you
extra
very, very
doubt.
much. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you soon.
Why do you have to say like that? That's such a bad send-off.
Okay.
Oh, he's not
so
done.
allow me to get set up, everybody.
Is he gonna keep begging?
Hold on. What did I just do? Nice one. There we go. Let's get set up for the React show. No signal. No signal.
No signal. He's manually readjusting everything, my dude. Why?
What's up, my webcam is slightly
How do you have not? How do you only have like one scene set up? That's fucking insane, my dude.
That's better. Okay. Cool, right?
No, not
And,
cool. Why would that be
so
cool?
in just a moment here,
What was cool about that?
I will have my, in just a moment here, I will have the stream go down. You'll see a pop-up on your screens that says, hey, head over to...
Just in case
DSP
you're literally
Reacts,
retarded,
right,
this is
for a
what's gonna
fun
happen in the
stream.
next
Head
10
over there, and I'll
seconds.
have that stream running in a few minutes, and it will start roughly around 1 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, guys?
Oh, he's gonna take another
Thank you
10-minute
so much.
break.
Great show. See you over there for the React show.
No one orders me around.
Wow. Actual garbage. Fucking garbage. But what wasn't garbage is having you guys here chilling. So, appreciate everyone here, everyone chatting, everyone just hanging out. Yeah. If you're watching the React show today, good luck. You're gonna need it because it's gonna get really stupid, I can tell. But yeah, everybody else, have a great one. Catch you later. I'll probably be streaming, like, I'm guessing tomorrow or something. Anyway, yeah, have a great one, guys. Peace.